Hello and welcome back to the Dev Plays The Crucible of Avarice, using the Animite Tales tabletop RPG system. Last episode we saw an interesting change of events as Anarche and the others rescued a very powerful axe from a mountaintop, and also rescued the woman who supposedly was being held by it. Although she did inform Anarche that regardless of whether or not the axe was there or not, she would still stay at the top of the mountain and pretty much stay there for the rest of her life. Anarche and the rest of the gang then disappeared off to Jotunjail Island to try and see if they could find someone to save Aldous. However, beforehand, they did go down to the cave, this cavern inside of the mountains that they were inside, to try and find the Gauntlets of Havoc. Eventually finding them, they also stumbled upon Fergus, who was possessing the body of the Seraphim of all time. After a very quick fight, defeating both the individual that Fergus brought back and Fergus, the team then threw the bodies back into Anarche's Phantom Gate, took the gauntlets, gave them to Felix, and went back off to Jotunjail. Eventually, after healing, a very long process of healing, Aldous is no longer in fatal moments. His body is recovered. However, the black lightning scar still remains on his chest. He was given the rest of the day to rest and recover. However, he is now awake and perfectly fine, other than he was given a warning that he should stay clear of any lightning users or lightning as a general rule of thumb. As it was stated by Suzaku, for some reason I couldn't remember his name, Suzaku, that the scar itself is no longer killing him. However, it could very well be a vulnerable weak spot. After that, the day went off into anew, and the new team that the Kings of the Hill must fight appeared, known as the Desert Demigods. 4 incredibly powerful individuals hailing from the land known of Emjadan Linear, the desert country. Anarche went up against Phileas Soul, an individual who used to be a hero, however, was basically believed to be completely gone for the last 15 years. Fought against Anarche until he eventually defeated Phileas. Anarche left the arena, however, not before he then gained his points. We now return to the rest of the crew, who are sitting on the sides, watching as Anarche walks into your booth. As you notice that his band goes from yellow into suddenly a solid golden patch on his arm.
Well, who's fighting next?
I would like to go next. I think I could rectify from my last fuck-up.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I mean,
Everyone
I
else
don't have any
okay?
objections.
Hopefully I'll be able to showcase my talents this time.
Fair enough. Is there anything that you want to do before you go in?
Yes. I will like to par up. So this time, Verb will start pouring spirit into his hand. Anyone who could see that can clearly know he's doing that. And once it reaches its peak, he starts sprinting towards the arena, jumps, and then activates his new ability.
Which one? Is that his level 10 or?
Yep.
Okay.
As he shouts, "Flying Dead Knot!" And
Okay.
it works.
Nice. So explain what happens.
As he is flying through the air, both his legs burst into a set of miniguns, before then quickly fusing together into one giant chain gun, as his head then also explodes into another chain gun, and he begins hovering towards the start the middle of the arena.
Okay. So, you do that. As Pinky then announces that it will be the fabled Gunhead who will fight in this next match. Will he do better than he did last time, or will he show yet again another disappointing fight? We will see shortly. As the next team, as the other team must now choose their next fighter. The three of them sort of begin mumbling to each other. Eventually making a decision as this big, bulky, armoured individual begins walking up to the arena, takes one step in, and then lifts himself up. As this guy is around about 6'6", bulked up armour covered completely from head to toe. The helmet that he's wearing has tusks either side. He has a big red mane of hair that stretches down to his back. He has two very large colossal swords on his back along with a bow. And as he walks in, he grabs both of these weapons and lifts them up. These weapons would not be able to be wielded by any normal person, indicating his incredible strength as he begins walking towards the middle and standing there, readying himself. It is then explained that this individual is one of the desert demigods known as the demigod general of Emjanar Linear, known as Nadher. It is then stated by Pinky to begin, and I will now ask you to roll me move speed. Natural 20, nice.
Oh.
Nice. Yeah, you'll go first.
Sweet. Alright, Verb will start off by attempting to get both his arms also into chain guns. That succeeds, so both arms are now weaponized as well.
Okay.
And he will proceed in hellfire of bullets.
Okay. Roll for it.
31.
Interesting.
I think that's enough for all three of them to start shooting as well.
Okay, so.
Mhm.
Just having a look at this. Show all this nonetheless. Okay. Now I got a 28. Yeah, so you begin firing off your attacks at him. So that's enough for all three.
Right.
So you'll need to roll. I guess it would be.
The amount of bullets I fire first.
So for this to work, the way that it works is you roll for. I have to remember this now. Okay. So yeah, with gun, it's do it, then the next one, then the next. Okay, so you have to now roll for how many your first gun is going to shoot.
Mm-hmm. First gun shoots 7 bullets.
Second time, you now need to roll again, and this time you need to get a 25 plus or 20 plus. I can't remember.
25 plus. 20.
Yep.
27.
Then roll for that one, and then finally you then need to roll for the last one as well. So this is tri-wielding with guns. Normally, with weapons, you just need to roll once, but with guns, you need to continuously roll for each one to be used. Nice, and then the last one. Nice, okay.
25.
Yep, and then that one. Again, 2d4s plus 1. So this is to see again. So for those of you who don't know what Connor's now currently doing, he's rolling dice to see how many bullets that his guns will fire out at the same time. So that's 7, 6, 8.
6 and 8.
Okay, so what I need you to do is I need you to roll me the first one, and it's again, you're just rolling normally. You're not rolling with a multiplier, anything like that, because I need to see how much damage the bullets will do before I can then determine how much damage you're actually going to deal.
Let me copy my damage. Also, this is got spirit. What would the spirit damage be?
What level are you in Willpower Spirit?
Willpower Spirit is maxed.
Okay, so probably 2d12s. Only thing is, he's wearing armor, so I'm afraid Spirit is not really going to be a concern right now. So don't worry about the spirit damage. Just worry about your physical and sonic.
Right. Copy the damage. Bring it over. Paste. And roll. And again?
No, I just need to see that. Okay, so that's that. Take away that. Take away. And I need to roll that, don't I? Yeah, I need to roll that.
And it's also spirit infused with willpower, so if he has any willpower resistances.
Again, because he's covered in armor, it won't.
Oh yeah, armor.
Won't worry about that. Okay, so that's okay. So that's 16. Okay, so you are dealing 10 on this, so that's then seven separate bullets that all do 10, then 6, then 8. So 10. 7 plus 6, so that's 13. Plus 8, that's 21. So that's 210, I think.
Oh.
Believe it is, considering you're firing that many bullets. 10 times 7. Actually, hold on. 7 plus 6 plus 8. Yeah, 21. And then times by the 10 damage. Yeah, that's 210 points of damage. So as you're firing off this onslaught, the bullets are hitting the armor and then suddenly doing sonic damage that ripples through the armor as it's sort of just tearing through. As you can sort of notice that some of the bullets hit right in front of his face, and then sort of like the bullets bend, break, and then explode with these sonic blasts. So something's defending him. But as more and more bullets start hitting him, it starts really sort of rattling his entire body again and again and again and again as you fire off 21 shots at him in the span of less than a second. As all of this hellfire rains down upon him, it sort of rattles him for a second as he sort of like starts staggering backwards. As he sort of just looks up at you. And then just falls backwards onto his back, unconscious.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about.
As Pinky just goes, unbelievable! We have a winner already! Gunhead was able to completely destroy Nodhair right down... I just can't believe it! In only a matter of a few seconds, he was able to fly up and shoot at him like as if he was raining lead, and then he was unable to do anything about it. The winner is Gunhead. I mean Ferdinand. As the crowd just goes, yeah, screaming.
He's just flexing, firing off energy shots at the barrier.
as someone grabs, like some people like go into the arena, grab him, and start dragging him. They're all really struggling to just keep dragging him until eventually the question is sort of like held: is will you stay in the arena, or will you let someone else in your team go next?
You'll fly down to his side of the arena and say over to Anarchy, "Boss, do you want me to keep going?"
I mean, if you want to, that was pretty darn impressive.
I'm just getting started!
Alright, go for it, my man. You got this.
Who's next?
Hold your tongue! As you just hear like this bellowing voice, as suddenly this huge dude covered in the sort of beautifully embellished sort of clothing that seems to have some plating of armor on him, but he's like sort of got a lot of cloaks on him. Long white hair and some kind of like crown made of silver. As he steps into the ring, as his foot hits the ground, it shudders the entirety of the arena. As he grabs his comrade and with one fell swoop pulls him into the other side, grabs both of his weapons, puts merely a single finger in between them, like as if he's holding two gigantic chopsticks, places them behind him, and walks fully into the arena. As you see sort of almost like the strange pulse of pressure as he walks in. "I think we've given ye courtesy enough. Let us see how strong you really are, boy." As he goes to his back, pulling out a gigantic axe, wielding it with both arms, he begins walking to the center of the arena.
"Oh, good. I hope you last longer than the last one."
"You don't have to worry too much about me, lad. I think that I might be strong enough to see exactly how powerful you non-gods are." Well, I guess Godfrey of the Desert Demigods will be going next. I guess both of you enter within the square. As you sort of fly down, sort of meeting him sort of eye to eye, because this guy's also pretty darn tall. As she then says, "Begin!" Roll me move speed yet again.
23.
Nice. I've yet to roll. You'll be going again.
Yay! This time, Gunhead immediately flies directly into him, slamming his arm cannon right into him.
Oh, okay.
For a gun bash.
Roll for it.
$32, Joe?
Ooh, nice. Just having a look at this. $33. As you fly towards him, he uppercuts you as you slam into him. Roll your damage, and I'll roll mine.
Alright, gun bash is based off Art of Combat, right? So that's 2d6s?
Yeah, plus your dex modifier.
Plus dex. Okay.
And then also, because you're infused with
Plus
willpower,
6.
you then do plus 2d12s.
Do I also shoot him because I'm also hitting him with gun?
You didn't state that when
Good
you
point.
said for it.
$25.
Okay. Need to check something in a sec.
Now remember for the future to say that I also fired the gun when I hit him.
Fair enough. Okay, so because that's another thing, you can just say that. It's just that because that you rolled to hit him and then you said it after you'd rolled. So, okay, so you hit him, and as you smack him, you're like, yeah, okay, this is a pretty good hit. You feel like a block of a block of muscle you just slam into almost nothing as he uppercuts you, hits you in the face, and it sort of like bends your entire face around his fist. As he hits you, you take 64 points of damage.
Oh, that's 1 over. Damn.
You'll be rolling a disadvantage on this.
Oh no.
Fortitude, please.
Alright, 1. 15.
Again, it's disadvantage, so...
And 4. Damn it!
As you fly off of his fist just about a couple of meters away, you sort of like restabilize your flight. Your entire cheek, because it is sort of your head is sort of like turned into like the sort of minigun head sort of thing. Your entire cheek is bent inwards, like the entire metal is dented inwards. As that gives you an additional amount of damage. If he ever hits you in the head again, you will be taking an additional 6 points on top of that. As he just goes, I don't believe that you and I have met truly, but if you want to be hitting me with anything as weak as that, I think you have lost this one.
Testing what metal you have before I shoot it out.
You are testing me? I'm afraid people who do that wind up dead in my presence. As he with his left hand swings the axe upwards, grabs it, and then begins to swing it downwards towards you. How would you like to react?
Let's see. Let's see, what ability was that for the reaction? I actually can't remember where I put it, but I know I have a reaction for...
You can roll SPMA to reactively fly away. You can roll for your reactive shot thing to stop him from attacking you.
Oh, that's it. The reactive shot. I'll need to look at where I put that, but I know it was under Gunfu.
I mean, either way, you can roll your gunman martial arts to reactively shoot him anyway, because he is within like attacking range.
This entire arena is within my
Yes,
reaction
yeah,
range.
absolutely is. Yeah, I think it's like a tenth of your range is still like 42 anyway, so you're fine. Nice, okay.
I shoot him.
You do in fact shoot him. You do land shots on him. Roll damage.
Bang.
Nice, awesome.
32.
Okay, I'm just having a look at something. Right, so...
It was warning shot. It was a defensive style.
okay. Yeah, there we go. Okay, yeah. Cool. Right, so yeah, so you shoot at him. You shoot at him. What seems to happen is he goes to do this. You shoot at him, and it stops him just enough time to barely dodge his axe slash. But it does stop him from actually hitting you as he sort of like stumbles back for a second as he looks at you, and you seem to have done damage, but the damage seems practically, like, minuscule to him.
It'll take a bit more than that to get close to me.
He's then just sort of readying himself up as like, enough talk. Let's see what you've got, boy.
Very well. As I, once again, unleash the barrage. $33!
Okay, let's see.
Once again, tri-wheel.
Yep. As he tries to go for something, as you just immediately, like, pepper him. Roll damage. Well,
Tries to get close.
I guess actually, no, yeah, so you're rolling 2 more times, technically, and then after that you roll the BPAs.
Mm-hmm. 31.
Okay, let me just see. Yep.
And 24. Okay, it's looking like I might only do 2 shots.
Natural 20 on the last one, but that's fair. Well, we'll see if that even makes a difference. So, roll the first 2 BPAs for those ones. Okay, so 4, and then
4 damage.
No, you're doing the second BPO as well, and then we'll see how much damage you do.
Ah, yes.
Okay, so 12 bullets will be fired at the same time. Yeah, roll me damage. Okay.
43.
Nice, okay, so... Alright, and that's 12, did you say? What did I say? Yeah, 12. Nice. Wow, okay. As you sort of begin to shoot him, it's like at first it does nothing, and then eventually just again rattling his entire body, breaking parts into his armor, and eventually he just goes to one knee and then falls to the ground, just face first into it, as it seems as though the entire flurry of bullets eventually sort of like death by 1,000 cuts in this particular point, as the sonic booms seem to be just rattling his entire body inside and out, and he is defeated.
Looking good, General, but you can't stand up to hellfire.
Yet again, we have another winner, and it is the King of the Hill's very own gunhead user of the gunman martial arts. It is Ferb, because I was about to say Ferdinand. Again, the cheering is heard, and people clamber him out and are struggling. However, the general that was defeated prior, he lifts his hand up, and suddenly he puts just his hand into the arena, and you just see the axe and the man fly towards him as they go through the portal, through the barrier, and he is now back, sort of looking around, sort of wondering what just happened, as the only one that is left of theirs, this woman dressed in robes and with a very large hat. She just looks over at them with some like very aggressive side eye, holding her hands like crossed, just looking at them very disappointedly. As it is announced that there is only one more fighter on their team left, but will Ferb stay or will he go?
I think this will be starting to activate his bloodlust, so I don't need to roll willpower.
Okay. That'll be a disadvantage for that.
Mm-hmm. That is a 11.
Yeah. That's up to you.
Yeah, Ferb's having too much fun.
Okay.
He doesn't even bother asking. He just goes back to the middle.
The woman
like
in
this
robes
shirt.
gets up, grabs hold of this staff, and she begins walking in. As just before she does, light begins to emit around her body, and she then walks in. As she does so, she begins floating and pretty much levitating herself all the way to the center of the arena. Her feet do not touch the ground, as she's pretty much just floating there, waiting for the announcement to hit. As it is then stated by Pinky yet again to begin. Roll me move speed.
What, we don't even learn who this person is?
Her name is stated known to be as Renala.
Huh. Okay. Rolling move. Ooh, 18.
Okay. Let's see if I get anything different. 22. Wow, for once. Okay, so first and foremost, let's see yet again what I've got here. What I've got going on. Okay. So the first thing that she does is she taps her staff 3 times, and then on the 4th time, the entirety of the floor of the arena begins to glow with these strange energy light symbols all around the place. She then raises her staff back up to where she is, and she then begins to wave it around as the tip of her staff begins to open up and glow pink, and then this crystal begins to go, instead of going pink, begins to glow blue, as it seems to be building up some kind of energy as she attempts to fire it off at you.
Can I attempt to shoot her before this happens?
You can attempt to shoot her, yes. It'll stop her attack, it won't stop this, glowing on the floor.
Fair. Oh, 19.
25, I'm afraid.
Understandable.
Understandable, have a nice day. Okay, so... I'm just having a look at it. Okay. As she blasts at you with this massive energy wave of blue light, it hits you and slams you into the wall as this blast continues throughout. As what it does is it deals 106 points of damage.
Oh!
Now I want to point out you also still had 64 points of damage prior.
Ouch. I'm going to have to roll.
You're up to 170 points of damage, and that also broke your vitality. Please roll me a survival.
It's not disadvantage this time, right?
No, because this is a super ability, but this isn't a super stat, and it's not.
Come on.
That's
19!
That's all good. Eventually the energy beams ceases, but she is floating in the exact same location. As she's sort of just watching you, waiting to see your next attack or action.
Oh, that one shook me apart nearly. That's good to see. I'm not just getting one-sided here. As I once again try to spin up the guns. 25.
32.
Oh!
As she just looks at you and just goes, just because that you were able to defeat the others doesn't mean that you'll be able to defeat me. As then the entirety of the floor begins to glow as little orbs of light begin to raise up, almost masking her for a second. She then says, I will say this though. You were able to defeat them, but if you even hit me once with your guns, I'm sure that you would have won. But in a matter of range, as then all of the little orbs fly towards her, and she unleashes a massive blast from her staff yet again. It hits you and deals 117 points of damage. As this massive blast wave hits you, slamming you into the wall, you are then fired out of the arena. As the energy dispels the second that it gets out, and you become fully healed and return awake and no longer injured. However, as the energy dispels from her attack, she then says, "I will always win."
Well, it looks like I pushed my advantage a little too far. You guys are next. Good opponent, though.
Which of the three of you will go in? Will it be Aldous? Will it be Felix? Will it be Stan?
We should probably calculate how many points he got and how many points he lost.
Yeah, I was about to say that. But
Again, I'll sort that out in a second.
Can I ask one thing? You know the blast she was shooting? Did they look animate?
The crystal on the end of her staff is animite, but the beams are actually like mostly blue. There's almost like a slight inkling of animite within it. It's almost like as if she's basically wielding this chunk of animite or this animatological piece to enhance her damage output.
So is it shooting anime or is it just shooting beams of energy?
I mean, there's no easy way to know
does it
that.
look like?
If you're asking what it looks like it's shooting giant blue lasers.
Okay, just making sure.
destroy them with lasers.
Destroy them with lasers.
Shall I give it a go?
Alright.
At least then she might be a bit weaker. But they're used to deal with.
Be my guess.
I will go in, humming "Be my guest, be my guest."
I'm not gonna lie. As soon as he said "be my guest," I was thinking the same thing.
For legal reasons, we cannot sing this song.
I'll be your host. Be your host. Yeah. As Aldous, you go in. Walking inwards towards this place, you see this beautiful light on the ground. These strange carvings. As you begin walking towards it. No, you've already said that you've gone in. It's too late now.
Oh God, can I? Oh.
As you'll.
God damn you, Joe!
Look, you said it. I'm just opportunity. I'm just taking the opportunity here.
You used your two actions to say "Be our guest, be our guest." Those are your two actions.
At least get musical advantage.
As, you walk up in front of her. She's again floating in the same position that she was before. As it's now said, Aldous versus Renala. Which one will win? Let's find out. Begin. Roll me move speed, Aldous.
Oh God, I've not even got the good move speed.
Okay. I got a 17, by the way. Ah, no.
Got a 15.
She immediately looks at you and she pretty much creates like a large orb above her, and she just drops it down towards you. What's your reaction here?
Okay. Can I ask what the roll was?
No, that's the whole point.
Okay. I'm going to use spatial to reflect it back at her, hopefully.
Okay.
Probably not.
As you clap your hands and sort of like, what the gemstone inside of your tiara begins to glow a sort of purple glow. When you open your hands up, a spatial mirror appears, as when she tries to create this orb and fly it at you, it bounces directly off and into her.
Oh, good.
I now must roll this damage. Interesting. Okay, so if I have a look at that. It's actually not bad. Oh, but that's very bad. Interesting.
Okay.
And now I must roll something else.
You could smell this.
Imagine if she died there now. That would have been hilarious.
Okay, so that's that. Wow, okay. As the explosion hits, the entire orb detonates on her. Roll for your spatial damage, because you got high enough to deal spatial damage.
Forgot about that. Thanks for reminding me. I keep forgetting it does that. 2d10.
Okay. Nice.
13.
Okay. So that's that. As when the light and the other stuff, all of the blue engravings all around the floor dispel as she sort of flies back for a second, as it reveals her entire body is now, like, her robes are slightly damaged, burned, but her face is really badly burned, like one of her eyes is closed, as it seems either it's been, like, burnt or destroyed, as she sort of looks at you and opens her eye up, as it just reveals that the entire thing has just, like, gone completely white from, like, the light hitting it, as it seems as though it's not only destroyed half of her face through these energy burns, it's also completely blinded her left eye. How dare you? As it is now your turn.
Okay. Just to make sure, I am, as usual, amalgamated to all my powers, right?
No, due to the things that happened to you recently.
Okay. Can I ask, would I have to use an action to know what the stone is by hearing it?
Yes, considering.
Bollocks. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm going to amalgamate.
Okay, roll for it.
Okay. 27.
Nice.
Okay. And I'm going to attempt to use chemistry to bring the staff to me, to essentially rip the staff from her hands. Can I do that?
You're not touching the staff though, because she's quite a few meters away.
Well, I don't have to. It's chemistry. Chemistry doesn't work in an area of effect.
No.
It's
So
not
you
telekinesis.
have to be touching the object before you can then manipulate it first.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh.
But you can manipulate the air, so technically you can still use that to try and pull it away from her.
Give me a second. You know what? I'm just gonna use biological manipulation to make her drop it.
Okay.
Actually, I'm gonna use a bit of biological manipulation to make her throw it towards me.
Okay.
Come on. 25.
26.
Probably not the best.
You do so,
Yeah.
but before she does so, she shoots you with the blast of this. So you get hit by this attack, but now after this attack, if you survive it, it will be the staff will no longer be in her hand.
Okay. If I survive, which is
If you
a
survive.
very low possibility.
If. Okay, so
With a big capital letter
It's
I.
not light.
I don't know, it's blue. Lightning tends to be blue or yellow.
you're amalgamated to obviously your stone.
No, he said I. Oh, yeah, what? I was, yeah. I am now.
Interesting. Okay.
Oh, forgot it's animated bard. I'm going to be instantly KO'd. 30,000 damage.
So you have 2 powers, and then isn't it like 8 powers in the stone? So that's what, 10?
Something like that, yeah. Do I just say that if it's any more than probably 10 damage, I'll be dead? Because I have 193 health.
You take 242 points of damage.
Don't you have an ability that prevents that?
If he knows
Well,
or is
I can't
aware
do-
of it, he has to activate it himself. It can't be reactive, and it's during his attack. So the staff comes out of her hand, but as she fires this blast and it flings out of her hand, Aldous is then hit by this massive energy ball that then just completely just destroys. As roll me survival.
I mean, is there any point?
It's either you roll
Plus
survival
2.
or I roll a D100.
Natural 20, baby!
Your body is not disintegrated,
Ooh.
but you are completely KO'd.
Can I ask, with her staff gone, is she still flying?
Yeah, she is still flying, yeah.
Damn!
That was an Adamite miracle that you did not become disintegrated dust.
As,
I was really hoping that the staff was the source of all her powers.
as the staff is just sat there and just like about a meter or two away from her, it is then stated that Aldous has been defeated and he will now be removed from the arena. As she covers the staff in energy and just basically flicks one of her fingers and it just comes right back to her hand. As you are dragged out and you sort of like come back, your clothes immediately are sort of repaired and you are back to fine.
Well, I think I've weakened her.
As it is now Stan or Felix's turn.
I mean,
I can't say you
it'll
didn't.
take Felix
You
like
did more than I
one
did.
hit. So you wanna finish the job?
I don't care either way, but if you want me to go first.
Well, you'll more go last because I think this will be the end of their team.
Very well. Looks like I'm up next then.
Right. Do you go in?
No, not yet. Obviously, I will transform.
Okay.
Using, fatigue force.
Yeah.
The stuff I usually do.
So
Just
you bulk
specify.
up, transform. You are indeed readied.
I believe you still want me to roll willpower, right?
You can do if you want to. I'ma just throw it out now. She does not use willpower, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah, formalities.
Fair enough.
Aldous lost to a non-willpower user? A shame.
I know it's
I know.
weird.
I know it is weird, isn't it? Like,
And I think this is because I'm given 2 actions.
yes.
I will also, while out of the arena, go ahead and activate. Where is it? Fucking my sheet is so many stuff. What the resistance like? Where's defensive daddy?
There you go. Okay. Yeah. Roll SP.
Yeah,
That's
that's definitely
more than
enough.
enough.
And then a D4 for how many turns? The first
One.
So 1 turn I'll have double my resistances.
Okay.
I will add. I am still wearing the coat that gives +10 slashing resistance. Not that will really matter.
Fair enough. You walk in, bulked up, as you stand in front of her, and she's sort of floating again, like the left side of her entire face burned and scorched by this light that she generated bounced back at her. Her eye is still closed, but again, knowing that like on her left side, she's got no vision whatsoever. She then readies herself as then Pinky says, "It's now Felix Fatigue versus Renala! Begin!" As roll move speed.
Do a good fight. 18.
I know that you're not going to believe this, but it is a natural 20 on my head.
Alright.
So the first thing that she does is she immediately begins floating up into the air. She then creates a massive orb of energy around you, and then she flies up further as she then creates a spear of energy. And she's like, "Since you won't be able to see this," and then she then sort of flies it down. You can react however you wish. However, I will warn you, you will be reacting with a disadvantage since that you are now encapsulated inside of this ball of light.
I guess so. Is this is a ranged attack?
Yes.
So I can't react. So I can't reactive strike.
I mean, you can try and punch the energy if you want.
It wouldn't make much sense. So with that, I guess just evasion.
Okay.
You said it was at disadvantage,
Yes, yeah.
so I'll just roll it twice. 17.
Okay. You do get hit by this attack.
Okay.
And the attack is...
Remember, I have double all resistance. All the resistance that I have, that is.
As you get hit by this and it pierces through you, it deals 88 points of damage. But because of your willpower, that takes 8 off, halves it, 40.
40?
Yep, 40 points of damage. As this is energy, and you do not have a resistance to energy, but you do have resistance thanks to willpower against energy. As you take 40
And since this is a ranged attack, this doesn't enact the spirit voltage.
No, it does not.
Okay. Good to know.
As this thing pierces through you and then disappears the second that it's finished piercing through you.
Okay.
As it is now your turn.
Alright. I can see them, right?
Sadly not. You're still inside of this bubble of blue light that you can't see through. You do have like a few meters of movement that you can sort of move around inside of it. But it seems as though like you can't see through it. There probably is a good argument that she might not be able to see you though.
Okay, I mean that doesn't matter all that much considering all my do I know, is this like a bubble that I can't get out of, or is it?
You don't know until you try.
Alright. Knowing that she's in the air, I will jump up high for my movement, trying to jump in the general direction that the beam came from.
Roll me strength or labor.
Okay. I don't think I have anything on labor, so it's both are just a plus 16.
Fair enough.
So 19.
You try to, as you jump up, you smack your head against this hard, solid energy barrier. Roll me. Just have to think about. Roll me 5d10s.
Okay. 25.
Okay, and I got 44, so that plus that is 69. Yeah, 69. Nice. Taking
69
away
damage.
taking away 8 from that, that's then 61. Halving that, that's then 30. As you then take 30, as you basically slam your head against this barrier of energy.
Okay, and that was my movement?
That was you trying to launch through it, as the barrier seems to be resistant enough for you to not just easily break through it.
Alright, well then I will just go for a, where are my combos? I constantly am lost in my sheet. I'll just do Sonic Strike combo at the barrier to try and break through.
Okay.
Oh no, the barrier.
Oof. I mean, it's an inanimate object.
Roll damage.
You trip. Sakurai rules apply. You trip into the barrier.
Do I also need to roll like the d4 for the extra type of damage, or?
Ooh, nice. So as you punch this wall, you do indeed break it. However, you then slip right through this hole that you've made through this, and you fall, and you're now lying prone on your back.
Fair enough.
That is the end of your turn, yes.
Okay. Despite me hitting with a combo.
Well, you also got a natural 1.
I know. I'm just like, do I not get? Can I not have that extra action to get myself up?
No, you do not.
Alright.
Punch the ground to fly.
Let me put it this way: even if you got the roll requirement high enough, a natural 1 basically cancels out that ruling.
But still, this damage will be added to my next attack, right?
The damage from the gauntlets and the damage from your fist. So 20, 30, 34 plus then 8 and 5, so 34, 36, and then plus 8, so that's 42. So in other words, 42 additional damage to your next strike if you hit her. As she then creates like a few more energy orbs above her, making her hand into like a very weird sort of almost alien sort of like she puts 2 fingers down and keeps both her middle finger, her small finger, and her thumb upwards. As then 3 orbs go to at the end of each of those. As she then sort of throws her arm forwards, throwing these 3 orbs towards Felix.
Okay. I can actually see these ones now.
Yes, you can. Yeah.
I'm prone. Does that give me disadvantage on like any dex thing?
It will indeed. Yes.
Okay. Well, fair enough. I will still probably do evasion. So.
Fair enough.
19.
So that's a 19, and then
Wow.
wow, double 19. No. Yes, you dodge both of these. As you sort of like you sort of roll around to the side as like one shot tries to hit you, you dodge again, and the other one, and then the other one as you sort of back up. The only thing is that you're still lying down, but it is now your turn.
So I have to use an action to get out of prone, I imagine.
Either that, or you can roll a dex to do so. However, I will point this out: if you get the roll, you'll get back up straight away, and you can have 2 actions. If you fail the roll, then you'll be lying down and have used an action.
Okay. I think I will just get up as an action.
Okay.
And then activate All Father's Wrath, which doesn't take an action. That's a bonus action.
That is a bonus action, thanks to your ability, yes.
And then my movement they're still in the sky. I will jump up at them, and then I will do a combo pure technique.
Okay.
Or actually, I would just have to do regular combo because it would be. So it wouldn't matter if it was combo pure technique or sonic strike, so I should just use my regular combo.
Okay.
D20 plus 16. 30.
Nice. As you launch up towards her, how are you doing this?
Full on trying to like uppercut her.
Fair enough. Roll damage.
Yep. That
Dead.
Plus, what was it? 40 something?
It was 42.
42. 233.
I mean, I'll roll this, but I don't even think I need to roll this.
Do I also need to roll a d4 for the damage type?
You can indeed, yes.
Free. Whatever that is on the gauntlets.
Okay. That is.
Paste.
Jeez, I'm just having a look at that.
We also have to remember this. They have half their physical resistance due to the gauntlets.
They have no physical resistance, my guy.
Well, they have half of their no physical resistance.
As she sort of tries to create like more energy blast towards you, you immediately sort of just get up and then just suddenly, again, I want to point out everyone who can sense willpower or any kind of spiritual energy, suddenly around Felix's hand just infuses this great fire. As these orbs are like raining towards him, he disappears, reappears, and his fist is like right just underneath her chin. As then when it just this massive explosion of pressure happens, paste rains as it all flies up, and instantly she rematerializes with her staff, floating just above the barrier as a massive explosion incurs throughout the entirety of the inside of this arena, shaking it and destroying all of the ground beneath where Felix once stood. The entire place is rubble as Felix lands to the ground. Felix Fatigue is the victor in this fight. The Kings of the Hill have won. The Desert Demigods have lost. And the crowd goes wild. People are loving it. Felix! 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 Suddenly, a strange noise is heard, and almost a siren. as suddenly a large hologram appears in the center of the arena. It is Stilton Maximilian. Now, I know that everyone is getting very excited from this fight, and trust me, as am I. But I must concur. Something has happened that needs to be addressed. Mr. Anake, aka Anake the Fury Fist, or should I call you your most recent nickname? What was it again? Anake the Heretic?
Yeah, I believe that's the one.
Well, Mr. Anake, you, my friend, have just now won yourself none other than one of the only things that really matter in this tournament, the Golden Band. You have now reached 999 million points, 999,999. That's right, you are now at the theoretical billion. You have surpassed the absolute maximum amount of points that you could possibly get in this game, so now your band is golden. You must now survive 24 hours without being defeated or losing or dying to anyone else of this contest. If you are killed or defeated by someone else who does not wear a band, your points will not be transferred to that individual. If you are defeated by anyone in this tournament, you will lose all but 1 point, and your victor of that fight will gain all of your points, barring 1. That will then end your 24-hour cycle. But it then starts anew with anyone else, so here are the 3 rules. You must survive for 24 hours without being defeated or without being killed. You must do whatever you can to survive without using the band whatsoever, as now your points have been frozen. You will not be able to spend anything or whatever you want on it. And finally, no matter what you do or what you try, your timer will not continue and will indeed freeze or even disqualify you if you try to leave this Earth or this plane or this dimension. Pocket dimensions will freeze your time limit temporarily, and if you're inside of it for too long, it will completely remove all of the points that you have. These are the 3 rules of the Golden Band. Anyone can take them as long as they also have a band of their own, and as long as they defeat or kill you. There is no random chance. You will always take exactly all but 1 point away from a Golden Band user. If you survive 24 hours, then I will personally see to it that we shall have our discussion. You are the first one to get to this amount of points so far, Anake, but there are others that are not too far off. So if you want to make sure that you are the winner, you best hope that you're in it to win it. As I said, your timer will stop, or even be completely disqualified if you lose all of your points, or even go into a pocket dimension. So, if anyone gets it after you, there is still a chance that they might be able to win, as long as their timer ends before yours does. By either destroying you, killing you, forcing you in a location which will stop it, or of course, making sure that you are no longer able to be in this realm. So there are technically 5 or even 4 different possibilities for your defeat. I hope you're ready. Your timer started the minute that you won into this challenge. So right now you have 23 hours and 35 minutes remaining. Good luck. I can't wait to see what you do with your time. And he just disappears. The hologram is gone.
Speaking of points, so let's see. Ferdinand won twice, then lost.
Yes.
Then Aldous went in and lost, and then I won against her.
Yes.
So just leading up to the points that
I'm gonna
I
need
feel like we
Can
should
we
sort
roll,
those
can we
out.
roll 1d4?
I'm gonna need you to roll a 1d4, and then I'm gonna need Ferb to roll 2d4s.
Wow.
Here's my 1d4. So I will be taking, what's that, 75%?
Oh, whoever's first gets all their points taken.
Okay, awesome. So I just now need to have a look at this. So I'll just have a look. So that's 1. Okay, so
It's a weird calculation because you're giving some to Ferdinand, then you have to take some from Ferdinand.
plus I'm just having a look at this. Okay.
Take some away from Aldous.
Okay, cool. Fergus, not Fergus, sorry.
Fergus?
Did you roll for how many points? Is that the first D4 that you did? Is just how many of your points are taken?
Yes. I
Okay.
lost one.
How many did you lose, sorry?
Oh yeah. Let's see, I have...
25%.
It's 1, so it'd be 25%.
Okay.
I will tell you how much.
I think it would make it easier if I got all the total of what I had.
I've already calculated that, don't worry, I've already calculated that. I just need to know your original quarter.
My original quarter, I shall... Well, it was half of 69 million, so what's half of 69 million?
Pulling out my
Wouldn't
calculator.
it be a quarter of 69 million?
I think it's like 3...
It would be a quarter.
Actually, hang on a sec. So what's actually? Let's say this. How much points do you have right now without taking away anything?
34,500,000.
Okay, 34,500,000. Right. Okay.
Is what I have
Oh,
before winning the 2 matches.
So hang on a sec. I just need to do this. 9999999. So this one person had 100 million in theirs, but obviously you're taking all but 1 point, then plussing 64 million, and then adding that onto. Oh wait, no, it's it's 99999. Oh my gosh, there we go. Times 2, which is then 199,999,999,998, plus 64 million, because again that was a perfect half. And again, we're doubling. This is after doubling, and then plus what was yours? 3, 4, 5, and then just zeros after that.
Yep, 3, 4, 5, and then 4 0. Oh nope, 5 zeros. Sorry.
Okay. So that's 298 million something, and then we're then taking a quarter of that away. So hang on a sec. I'll copy this, send it to you. This is what you've got before I take anything away. So I'll show it to you once I've actually gotten into dice rolls. I'll just pop it in there. Bosh. So that's what you had, and then
Plus 25% of that.
yeah. So times 0.75. You're then left with this. So that's actually how many you have, although it was just 8, not 0.5. And then...
Nice. One-fifth the way there to a gold pan.
Right, then, Felix, you took 3/4 of the rest of this, plussing the other set of millions that she had. She took these from Aldous. Because this... okay.
Like 10,120,000.
Give me the number. I'll plug it into my calculator with Felix's current points.
So that's is that taking away? Is that the amount that you're giving? There, Aldous is 10 million. Did you say?
Yeah, 10,128,007. It's in game chat if need be. Do you want me to post it into dice rolls then?
That's fine.
That helps.
Right, and now, what did you roll? 3. Okay, so
it's 75%. AKA just minus 25 from their percent from their total, and then that should be the amount.
Wish there was an undo button because I just fucked this up.
Control Z.
Control Z. So that's the universal computer undo button.
No, I got it.
Yeah.
It wasn't that, by the way. That's not what it was that I had to do. Okay, so the sum total amount that you're getting is this, and I'll also say it out loud so that then the folks at home can hear it. So, ignore the point, whatever I'm going to say.
That's all.
Okay. 279,652,035 points are now added to your own sum total. So once you've calculated those two numbers up, send them again, and we'll see how many Felix has.
Yep.
Okay, so
the decimals.
fair enough. So that's 73. It's 739,828,997 points, which is incredible.
Still not enough for like a gold band, but that doesn't matter
At this point, it does not know. As now, the hologram disappears, and Anarche, everyone in the entire outside of the arena begins looking at you, and Pinky even says to the stands, well, that was a surprising turn of events from this combat, and a guest appearance from Stilton Max. He's right! Just a random person in the crowd. If someone kills him, we could get the chance to get it for ourselves!
As he's saying that, I just want to point my finger up and make a giant 50 by 50 meter energy ball.
Oh, okay. Above you or above him?
Oh no, above the crowd.
Okay. Roll SP.
Don't threaten the owner of the island. He'll plunge us into the sea.
22. As I do this, I'm basically going to go, if you really want to try me, go ahead. But I warn you, I won't be holding back. And you will all die. None of you are stronger than me.
You suddenly feel a resistance against your energy ball as you notice a gigantic dark blue energy warrior holding the orb inside of its hand, as you see overlooming above this 50 by 50 object is the gigantic dark blue energy mech of Majra, as he just goes, I say, you are absolutely right. Your power is impressive, and you have gotten much stronger since the last time that we fought. But I also wouldn't say that you are without your merits. But I'd also would be lying if I said that you didn't have your flaws. Many of us have been wanting this power. The Miracle Stone shall be ours if we wish it so, as he claps his hands together and begins breathing inwards. As everyone in the entirety of the party knows what he's about to do, he's about to breathe a massive amount of fire down on the party. What would all of you like to do?
Am I still sitting in the arena?
Yes, you're sitting in the arena.
Can I attempt to transform it in? Can I attempt to transform it into just air?
Oh, his flames when he breathes it out.
Actually, can I transform it into sparkles?
I will say just this. Your transmutation range is incredibly close quarters. So if you do this, everyone is relying on you to be able to do this within a range where the rest of your party isn't going to get hit by this. On the bright side,
aren't I perfectly safe at the moment?
You are absolutely perfectly safe. So as I was about to say, on the bright side, he is perfectly safe.
Is he within my reaction? Is he within my range?
Anyone is within your range.
Okay. I will attempt emergency fire to quick transform and fire one arm.
Okay. Anarche?
How much of a troll do I be here?
Quantum leap into the next dimension.
Well, I mean, technically, I think I can teleport into my pocket dimension, so...
That would freeze your timer, though.
It would freeze it for a second. Yeah, it freezes it for a time, but as long as I leave it soon enough, it doesn't matter.
That is also
What would
true.
my pocket dimension?
Again, it would still.
It would
freeze
also. It also. It's any extra-dimensional dimension that isn't this plane of existence.
I mean, he literally just got through explaining it, Sam, like in front of everyone. So you should have been paying attention.
Yeah, but still, you know,
No,
I gotta think of
I mean,
loopholes.
you could.
All
You
this
could
was busy
open your
paying attention to a candy apple. He was too
Do
busy
the whole
numbing
spatial
down.
mirror thing again. That
All
works
this is too busy wondering where the hell the girl he almost died trying to help us.
Oh yeah, nobody informed you what happened. Anyway, so Anarche
Yeah.
and
Find it after.
Stan. Anarche and Stan, what are your roles? What are you going to try, or are you going to try anything?
You could just open your pocket dimension and start shooting all that seawater you have. So
I mean, Sam's already rolled for something, so it's too late. For him.
Yeah.
I'm hoping
yeah,
Sparkles will save the day.
sparkle, sparkle, sparkle.
Well, yeah, Sparkle, Sparkle, Sparkle.
Anyone else? No. All right.
I guess. I'll. Yeah. Oh, do you want to go first, Bill?
I'll just try and blast it back with the rumble rod if it comes too close.
Okay, roll for it, and Kane.
I'll blast it back as well.
Okay, roll for it.
Does a 21 beat?
Pose.
Oh, this is bad times. I'm actually one of the high rollers for once.
So, this is actually really perfect. So, as he goes to do this, like, claps his hands together, breathes in, and then breathes this massive fire as this tidal wave of flames goes over this energy orb and down towards you. Anarche, you try to go to blast it, but it's already at you guys. Stan, you pull out your arm, ready, sort of, like, with the rumble rod. Ferdinand, you try to transform your arm, but it's taking too long as it's coming towards you. As suddenly, the entire sea of flames perfectly just gets transmuted from fire into sparks and sparkles, like almost like glitter, dust, and sparks from sparklers. And then it's blasted back through this sonic wave that comes from Stan's hand as it blasts up into the air and just begins raining down sparks and sparkles as all of his flames have just been transmuted into this.
I think we should leave.
I agree.
Seconded.
As Felix is still inside of the
Can I
barrier.
ask something? Can I ask something?
Felix just shrugs.
What's up?
You know what he just says inside a mech suit?
Yes.
Can I make a teleportation portal into the? Can I make a linked space a portal right into the mech? So like I could essentially right where his body is.
I mean, he is quite a distance away. Like, I mean, like a real distance
I think
away.
I've got like 190 meters.
Aren't we leaving?
Got 190 meters. What is his?
We're leaving
How
August,
far is he?
Okay, so Anarche, are you trying to make a portal to try and just get away then, or?
Yes, I will make one beneath our feet so we just drop.
Okay. Felix, I'm going to ask you to roll me a move speed.
That's fair.
Run.
As you start
17.
running towards it, the portal opens beneath all of them as all of the other party members drop, and you're still running as then suddenly someone enters the arena behind you, starts shouting, "Felix! If I take you down, the 700 million points will be mine!" As he goes to attack you at the back. How do
Right.
you try to react? Do you-
Reactive strike.
Okay. Roll for it.
I don't even. Do I recognize this person, or am I just?
Not even close. It's just some random asshole with a scimitar just trying to attack you. As he goes to hit you, you turn around, punch him, right hook him, as his entire head just explodes. As you then turn back around, run through, dive, and then go into the portal as it just closes up behind.
No, I still want to roll damage.
Oh, absolutely, roll
Do
damage.
it.
Am I still adding the last hit from the gauntlets?
Yeah. So it's a new set of damage, isn't it? So it would be
It
whatever
is,
you
yeah.
got on those 5d10s and that elemental damage. So what was that from?
You
That
still want
was,
to say how overkill the
The
overkill is?
233.
where did you roll that? Where is it?
Let's see.
In Dice Rolls one. So there's the 233 was the All Father's Wrath one, which was the final hit.
Okay, so how much did you roll on the 5d10? So 26, and then where's the elemental? I don't even think you rolled the elemental.
I don't think I did.
Oh.
I rolled the D4 of the 3 was that as the damage type.
Roll a d10 plus a d8 real quick for me.
Okay. 16.
Okay, so 26 plus 16, that is... that's 42, I believe. Yeah, 42. Okay, so it's... so roll your damage plus 42.
Plus 42. 117.
Without question, his head just explodes as you just run in, drop down. And as you do, sort of just like the last sort of like part of the top part of your hair just gets cut by the dimension as you just get pulled in. As an arcade, where did...
I get 25% of their points if they had it.
They did indeed. You gain... I just rolled it. You gain 1,000 points.
1,000 points? Okay.
Yeah. Hey, there we go.
Every little helps.
As an arcade, where did you take them?
I was thinking, I don't really know any relaxing spots that no one dislikes me at. So, because Eden's hotel was the best one, but bit of a
that bridge has been burned down. Yeah.
I mean, why don't we just continue to hunt for the rest of the items?
Well, I was also just thinking of trying to hunt down Fergus at the same time.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do is, since you don't know, I'm going to just give you a random one.
Oh yeah, that's more fun.
As you go through the portal, and everyone sort of falls down, you sort of like land, and you sort of get up and like, is everyone okay? Felix is now through it. The portal closes. As everyone sort of stands up, you're turning around, sort of looking at everyone, seeing how everyone is. Everyone else, except from Anarche, you know where you are at. Because as they look past Anarche, they see a barren crater of destruction behind them. It takes Anarche a couple of seconds, as suddenly the cold hits your back, as you realise you're in a wintry country, the country of Husconia, just outside where you killed Simakael and where the biotech labs was once.
Should I roll nerve?
Indeed, with a disadvantage.
Yep.
Ah, fuck! Why did we have to go somewhere cold again?
Felix is fine, he's wearing a coat. 15.
Damn it! I can feel my circles freezing in my arm.
You're somewhat okay, Felix. I mean, as okay as you can be, this place doesn't really have that much meaning to you right now, especially because that you are assuming that he didn't necessarily do this on purpose to you at the moment. You're just trying to keep calm for the sake of the party.
Yeah. Alright.
Ferb will just quickly shake his arm, get it back to a normal arm instead of being a chain gun.
It takes a little time, but it does finally slide in. Your arm just goes back to normal.
So what now, boss?
Well, main priority is keeping this band, right? So, we're not exactly going to be able to go into hiding, because they can just track me wherever they go. So this teleportation is only really going to keep us time at bay for a little while. So we could either just try and avoid doing everything and just constantly hop between places, hoping that we don't hop into anyone, or we can just go and do stuff regardless.
How about we don't really know what it does, but how about we go for the Forgotten?
The Forgotten.
The Ring of the Forgotten. One of the things your brothers
Where did they state where that was?
It pulls out a piece of paper.
It says in Garrison.
That's funny. We just defeated all their top people.
Well, I mean, we could go to Garrison if everyone's fine with that.
Anywhere that it's not cold, I'm perfectly fine with it.
Alright, Joe, we're gonna go to that random dude's apartment that I murdered.
Fair enough.
Green Flame. Yeah, we're gonna go to Green
I
Flame.
feel like I'm out of the loop with this one. What happened?
The Azazel, because I remember they killed Green Flame frickin' episodes and episodes ago. It's like over
Yeah,
like
we used the
26
World
episodes
Seeker
ago.
we found out where his apartment was, and then we just used the World Seeker to go into his house.
Yeah, yeah.
We
I
spawn
keep
camped his
forgetting that
house.
Adrian's story still didn't happen.
I guess you open
Really?
up the portal and step through it. Who else goes through, or does everyone follow?
I assumed everyone would go through, but
Yeah.
I always
Ferb
have to
immediately
ask.
jumps through because he's sick of the cold.
Fair. You'll get through. Portal closes behind you, and as you walk in, you can suddenly see this apartment. It's like a pretty nice apartment. You're sort of standing just outside of like a kitchen. You see a kitchen. You can hear a woman talking as she goes. And as you can see, this place has been renovated perfectly. You cannot argue with this masterful. And she walks in and goes, "Who are you?"
I'm just gonna ignore them and go to the front door.
What are you doing in here? What are all of you doing in here? There's only one customer at a time.
don't worry, we were just
Sorry, we're just
making our way
passing
out.
through.
Please leave the premises as you go through the door, and okay. The rest of you
Hey,
leave.
didn't this used to be Azazel the Green Flames apartment?
Oh, yeah, I killed him here.
Oh yeah.
You
I
then just
remember
hit. You then just hit. I'm sorry. Did they just say that they killed a man in here? This means that it's a murder. And then the door just closes as all five of you are now out the door, and then you can just hear like random mumbled arguing.
It's gonna affect the resale value.
that. Well,
Ooh.
technically, from what the recording was, you actually murdered him just outside the window.
I heard the
I
lady
don't-
is that.
I don't think that matters.
Actually, how much is
True.
this apartment?
It was his apartment.
True, we should have a look at this. Someone should have a look at how much this apartment is. Maybe you can buy it later.
Actually, yeah, 'cause we are quite rich. I do have this band, and I
Why are we
really
looking at
intend
buying
to
it?
win.
Felix remembering he hasn't paid rent on his apartment in months.
Oh, no.
Stan the only one just asking the actual real questions, like just mumbling like, "What? Why are we looking at apartments, guys?"
I mean, very good reason.
Here, let me
because
bring it
now we
up
have a
on my
teleportation spot. We never have to worry about it again.
We should go find that ring.
Nice.
Yes, do you have any
Oh,
idea
yeah, the
where
ring.
in Garrison that is?
Probably the fucking prison. Oh no.
I mean, you
Prison?
can always call your. Oh wait.
You look at it and it says Ring of the Forgotten in Garrison. It doesn't actually say the exact location. There are two, however, on the list that do have a rough location that seem a lot more exact.
Well, I have an idea. I don't know if this will work, but I'll try. Joe, I'll try and contact my underground contacts to see if they know anything that I made in the center.
Okay, you send a few messages.
Only
About
a city over, so they might have some idea.
couple of minutes later, you suddenly get like a text back saying, "Ah, okay, it's been quite some time. I've just seen the news, and it seems as though things are getting pretty dicey your end."
I'll reply. Yep, it's getting pretty wild. Hey, a comma. Hey, anyone happen to know where the Ring of Forgotten? I don't. How do you
Ring
spell
of the
this?
Forgotten.
Oh, the Forgotten. Okay. There's. Let me also correct that. Do you know where that is? The question mark.
You don't just get like 3 question marks back. about a couple minutes go past. It's like, I've not heard of this particular item, but I can search it for you, but it will take me a couple of hours before I can get this kind of information back to you. There's a lot of different artifacts and items, and a ring of forgotten, as he puts it in like speech marks. It's clearly copied and pasted from when you spelt it. Copied and pasted like ring of forgotten. It is difficult to know exactly what this is, but I will be able to try and find out, but it will take me a couple of hours.
That's cool. I'll get back to me when you can. XXX.
Finder's fee ? Sends.
So Aldous, you got money free, right?
Yeah.
Just put it on my tab.
Oh, cool. All right, let's go to the cinema. I haven't watched a movie in this land.
Shouldn't we be
Actually,
prepping in case we get ambushed?
We're gonna get ambushed wherever we go, so let's enjoy the day. Time? I guess I got 24 hours.
I guess, but I'd still kind of like to take a few precautions.
Alright, can we take those precautions in a cinema?
Yes.
Alright, cool.
Also, Felix has detransformed by now, just for saving stockpile.
Okay. I'd say you're now down to 30 points. Which now means that on your countdown, you have basically 23 hours and 20 minutes.
Cool, let's just go and watch a movie to cut that down.
Just watching a movie keep me calm.
I don't know,
Watch
Joe,
a
what
horror
movies are there? Yeah, what movies, what
Sure.
selection do we have?
So, as you
Finding
sort
Dory.
of, are you teleporting anywhere, flying anywhere, or are you just walking?
I haven't been to any fucking cinemas.
Okay,
So
well, I guess you're walking.
Like normal. Nah, actually, you know what? Can someone pay for a cab?
I'll get this one, boss.
You guys are very
Yes, we get a
strange.
cab.
Welcome to the episode of
Wait,
Get
what?
Down, Mr. President.
Yeah.
And I was just wondering, where the hell's that girl we tried to help? Why are we going to cinema?
Actually,
What
that's
is
a good
happening
point.
in this
So,
world?
whilst you guys are walking through this apartment complex trying to get down, because it's like quite a few stories up, Aldous, do you bring that up to the rest of the party?
I mean, I did kind of bring that up, but then I got kind of talked. Then then it was like, we'll go to the cinema. Like, okay.
Oh, well, apologies.
So
She's fine.
what happened to that girl?
Well, so you know the axe hammer thing? I took it.
Oh, good. Is she happy then?
Yes. She was very confused by the fact that I was able to do it, but yes, she seems alright.
I don't think she was happy. I don't think she'll ever be happy.
I think
Wow,
she was
Stan.
rather impartial, but whatever.
By the way,
mood killers.
I
Aldous,
still can't believe she was standing there in that cold.
I just thought I'd let you know, Sam, your maximum health is gone down by 20 points as well. Just to let you know.
Love it. Love it.
I do think Felix is staying somewhat alert, and we are in a city, to my knowledge.
You are indeed in a city. This
what?
is the city of Girson.
So
What you mean?
was she still standing up there, or did she go back to her home?
Well, last we left her, she was just staring at a storm, but she might have gone back to her house at some point. I mean, we can go and check on up for them at some point, but I mean, it's probably not the best idea, considering everyone in the world is hunting me down.
Probably not during the 24 hours.
Oh yeah, it's after.
And if we do go, I want to be in the portal. I don't want to be out in the cold.
Real quick, Sam, how much unique vitality do you have, like, when you rolled for your vitality?
Oh, 10.
10. Oh, wow, okay. Wait, 10? Damn,
Yep.
that's you chonky.
I did. I got a good number for 10.
Indeed you did, damn. Alright, so...
Most of my other stats, less so. But vitality. Actually, it was because I chose the vitality number over the willpower number.
That's fair, that's fair. So you're now down to 48 vitality instead of 58 vitality. Actually, no,
Okay.
no, straight up. You're 50 vitality instead of 58 vitality, so just 50 vitality.
Do I have to mark this down, or you just keep that in mind?
You should still mark it down anyway, considering that this is still a big deal. Your Black Lightning Scar has also... So just to let you know, your Black Lightning Scar has actually removed 20 points of your maximum health. Therefore, because of that, your vitality is also marked down. I have at the very least got... written down what it was originally and what it is now.
Okay. Well, that's not good.
As we're heading to the theater, I do suggest that we make perception checks to make sure we're not being followed, being, pursued by anyone nearby.
I'll use Aura Sense.
I'll amalgamate.
This is one of the few times that I have advantage on perception.
Okay,
Oh, well, maybe we should just stay in a city.
in that case, I guess... Thingy amalgamate, you roll for Aura Sense, and then the other three of you roll me some perceptions.
I think that means 400 meters, Joe.
Okay.
So 18.
I might make some eyes on the back of my head.
Okay, roll for it. And then I guess you can roll advantage with perception.
Ferdinand watching get
I'll
cold.
just show me up, huh? Yeah.
Verb is still too busy thinking about how cold it was.
The Ferb is mistaking the
Exactly,
fact that it's
so-
still cold, even though it's like sunny outside.
As
Either that or he's too busy thinking about where ambushes could come from. He's not actually paying attention.
I guess they could come from that window, or that window, or that window, or that window, or even in a mines. And you just suddenly just start like thinking way too much. But like whilst this is going on, everyone else is walking and
I walk into a lamppost.
calmly surveying the area and the situation. Felix and Aldous, you're trying to... Well, Aldous, you're not staying alert, but you have now amalgamated. Felix, you are staying alert. Stan, you are the most alert, considering that you have eyes in the back of your skull now, and that you're looking everywhere in each direction. Anarche, you are sensing energy, and I will just say, you don't necessarily notice any particular ill-willed individuals. You don't notice any particular people, but you do notice this. People are staring at you. People are walking away from you, avoiding your group. There are some people that are murmuring, some are whispering. That's Anarche, that's Felix Fatigue. Is that the Power Priest? Oh my gosh, it's the Salmon Sorcerer. That's the Tech God. The Tan the Stank. Tan the Stank? Stan the Tank. The Tan the Stank. It's like, isn't that Gunhead over there? That's Gunhead.
I always forgot that you had the nickname the Salmon Sorcerer.
The Salmon
That just
Sorcerer.
makes
The Salmon
That just makes me think
Yeah,
that you
what
control
my other
fish.
ones?
I think it was
Okay,
it
what's
the
my ones?
pink wizard and the salmon sorcerer. Your two ones.
Didn't
So when,
Yeah,
when
yeah.
are
He
you
got one of
gonna
those from the library.
prestidigitate some fish?
As you're walking though,
I mean,
you
I
can.
probably
you can I will say
he
Ferb
got one of those from the
and
library?
I will say Ferb and Aldous don't notice this, but Felix, Anarche, and Stan do. Anarche, however, something that you notice is that there are a couple of strong auras here, there, and everywhere, but none of them seem to be people that are either trying to come towards you, like purposefully walking towards you, but there aren't any necessarily that are like trying to not avoid you. So it's kind of being tricky. So you've sort of walked down to the bottom, like down to the bottom of the road now. It's been about like 20 minutes or so. You've sort of been walking for quite some time, and again, it just feels like there's this really weird, strange presence of people are avoiding you, like they're scared of you or they're concerned of your presence here. As you continue going through, you eventually see some signs that sort of like point to where a local cinema is, and you sort of continue going that direction. The rest of you following. People at one point, a car stops, and a guy just sort of like leans out and over and just looks over at your party, watching you sort of go. There are some people that are actually like terrified because some of them like stop doing what they're doing and sort of like look away, pretending like as if you're not there. Some can't stop but stare, but try and like hide it through some means, like a newspaper, a book, looking at their phone, something like that, just pretending like as if they don't notice you. But it's so obvious that the three of you guys notice this. Aldous, after becoming amalgamated to your powers, and Ferb, after you sort of like freaking out where they could be, some people are also getting quite concerned because that they're noticing the almost franticness of Ferb and the sudden wave of power that Aldous has gained.
Also, while we were walking,
if they-
Felix will transfer about 20 points from one of his gauntlets to himself, just to max tip him off.
Actually, I've just realised that ability of yours to amalgamate to your stones, that's a 20, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, it is.
Is it?
Is it a master skill?
No.
Then yeah, it would be 20, a minimum.
Well, let me see.
Because I believe
I don't think so.
I believe body count is a 20.
Wait, give me a sec. It might be, actually. I very rarely look at the things for these because I assume 15 will get them.
No.
Yes, it is, actually, yeah. You're right.
So you don't amalgamate to your
In
stones.
in this instance, you're right.
Wow. But still, people are still concerned. You sort of get to a certain point, and RK, you start noticing that like a strange fluctuation of power begins to sort of make itself known, a presence within 400 meters away, as it begins to get closer and closer.
How much speed?
At least 2 times the speed of you guys walking, so faster than you guys, but not like speed blitzing towards you.
Okay, but it would get to us, what, pretty soon?
Yeah,
At
pretty
this
damn
rate?
soon. Yeah, in about like a couple of minutes.
Hmm. No, I think I've had enough of Garrison.
But
Alright.
don't you want to see a film, boss?
We're good. I'm just gonna make a portal beneath us and pass in the forests of the land of the Sun Commune.
Fair enough. You do so. As all of you fall through the portal and the portal closes up, you are now inside of a large forest. It is
Ooh.
quite dark.
There goes my perception advantage.
Yep.
Yep.
It is quite dark. But the only reason as to why it's quite dark is actually not because of the time of day. It is actually because the light is very finding it rather tricky to get through the trees.
Can I roll nature to move to make sure that's not a thing anymore?
What, to start like moving the branches out of the way so you can actually see a lot more?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, just kind of move them out. Like, thanks. Thank you.
Also, I'm just gonna roll Aura Sense
Okay.
again.
Actually, yeah, it's finally the time I can talk to animals. This is my moment.
Time to
Verb
Disney
turn.
princess it up.
There's another 400.
Verb turns to Aldous.
Yeah, I believe that's the exact same.
You can
So I think
sense
25 is the maximum. So
you can sense quite a few different life forms, but none of them are of humanoid size. They're just a couple of like birds and stuff like that, like maybe a snake or something, but nothing really too troublesome in the next 400 meters.
Verb turns to Aldous and is like,
Hey, I've been meaning to ask you. Was that you at the Huskonian library, helping all those people a while ago?
Felix side eyes like, oh, what Huskonian library?
Yeah. Where was it? Oh, wait, I'm trying to remember. This is the one I got like the twigs out of books, right?
Yeah, it's where you
when,
rebuilt
out
it.
of books.
It's where
Yeah.
you rebuilt it by using the books to like grow twigs until eventually they grew a whole massive library back out of the books. But some of the books were damaged because like pages were literally spawning out of them.
Yeah, sorry, my memory's not that good. I believe it was. You talking about the one that caved in and trees came to help fix it back up?
Yeah, and a few of the people got badly injured and some were killed. They say just someone walked in and just started healing people. Was that you?
Suddenly you notice a presence within about 400 meters of you. It's coming towards you, but this one, you feel like it's somewhat familiar, but it's just completely you're blanking on who this could be. Their power is not of the same level as most of the fighters on the island. Their ability level is pretty good, but the rest of your team could probably take them on even 1v1s.
You know, I'm glad the other
That
party
was me,
members.
yes.
I'm glad it's dark so they can't see Felix's face while they're talking about the library.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, it's bright now. I've moved the trees out of the way.
No, but like
Sunlight is pouring down.
Unless
he's
you're-
turned away from you guys, is what you're saying. It's just like it's like you guys can't see his face.
Yes, that was me who helped them. It was I was there.
Shit! I need to thank you for that. My buddy Keith was in there. He got decimated by one of the flying tables. You brought him back. Damn, I owe you big time for that.
Speaking of Ascania, I want to go and see a zoo. Paul.
Okay, sure, why not?
Can we choose a place and stick with it?
No.
People are going to be coming for us no matter where. So if Anake wants to keep jumping from place to place, so be it.
Yeah, I go to the zoo Pinky took me to.
You end up in the middle of a zoo. People are kind of scared, considering suddenly a dude just like appeared. However, I just will point this out.
This must be normal.
As you appear here, it is actually later on in the evening. People are still in the zoo. There are lights on at the moment, but like it is later on in the evening. As again, it's like on the other side of the world, and you're sort of looking around. There are
Shit! The Huskonian Zoo.
Be not afraid. We come to look at the creatures.
there's like a guy, like an employee, standing right in front of you.
Can I roll diplomacy? Finally.
Hey, good sir, is the Yeti up?
He's a husk. He's
Can I
a
roll
the Yeti's
diplomacy?
okay?
he's basically a husk teenager, like a red skin, like pimple faced teenage kid, and he's like,
Joe.
you.
Please, can I roll diplomacy? The one time I'll use diplomacy.
I mean,
please.
What for? Because it's what are you trying to say before you try and roll for this?
Joe, be not afraid. We're here just to visit and look at the animals.
That I guess that's just pure charm or charisma at that point. That's not diplomacy.
I mean,
God
this guy's
damn
clearly
it.
having a mental breakdown. Give him a diplomacy. He needs
you
to
say,
be chill.
Wow.
You say it, but you almost say it psychopathically. Be not afraid. We've
Not
come to look at the animals. You need to
Well,
buy a ticket.
Oh. Aldous, can you pay for the tickets, please?
Oh, sorry. I do apologize. We're unaware of the fact we have to buy tickets in this country. And just hands over
Seriously?
what. Yes, in where in I can't remember the place. In Irish City, it is a public service. It's a public landowner. Of the zoo.
Oh, wow.
No, it's not. It
okay.
still requires you to pay. He's still required
No,
to pay.
it's one of the
Aldous keeps just like storming into places. He's never paid for a zoo in his life. The kid brings up, like, holds up this ticket paying machine, and like it like presses the buttons. It sends it prints out 5 tickets.
You would
Scans it over your
You
arm.
would
And
have
it pays for like it takes 10 like points from you.
do you what it was? It was the fact Aldous had a friend at the zoo, and he never had the heart to make him actually have to pay for tickets.
Yeah, I like that. I like that much. I like that
So-
much more. Much more.
So I always just told him, like, him and his family, oh, you can just go in for free. It's owned by the public.
It's
owned by
owned by
the
the
government.
public. Just
You have to pay for
don't
it.
tell people that it's owned by the public.
Yeah.
So
I'm gonna roll for Aura Sense again.
okay.
at what point are you going to have to start rolling con for how much you're just using these powers?
I mean, this is passive, really. I'm just expanding it. 24, so I think it would be 300 now.
Okay. You notice that there are a lot of strong people around here, considering Huskonian physiology is a lot tougher than human physiology. So you're noticing a tougher average, but no one's really outlying here. Let me put it this way: if the average person would basically be the equivalent of a strength of 10, the Huskonian strength would be the average of 15 to 20, if not about 25. You guys are all standing in at around about 200 to 300.
Wait. Can I amalgamate that?
Back in the cold.
What are you trying to amalgamate to?
Just my stones, as usual.
The yeses.
My
works,
yetis.
finally.
Yeah.
You amalgamate.
Can I just make him a giant fur coat so he'll stop complaining about the cold?
Roll for it.
Also, I wouldn't worry. We're not going to be here for long, probably.
You make him a coat either way, and you give it to him. It's perfectly, it's perfect fit for him, so he's just able to put it on. You are no longer nearly freezing to death.
It's just a puffy.
That's
jacket.
warm. First you
Those
saved
coats
my
like the
buddy
porta-
Keith, now you give me a warm coat? Damn, you're just some great guy overall, Eldest.
Oh,
I feel
you know
like
what?
every time they mention something in reference to the library, Felix's face just goes dim.
You know the place that I only just thought of that might be pretty secure if we can get in? Oh, it's like the Smithy. He had a pretty secure place, didn't he?
I did pay 10 credits for this. We could take a look around first.
Can't wait for us to get teleported to Bone Island. We're just gonna go on a tour.
I mean, he's
I
never
could
been to Bone
certainly
Island.
try.
He's never been to Bone Island, so that would
I
be so
know, I
tricky.
know,
Well, we do have the Wild Seeker.
but we know. I don't think there's any known danger on Bone Island.
I mean, it's at this point, it's an urban legend. It's not even. People don't even know what's on Bone Island.
So
We should
maybe
we should go to Godzilla Land. What do you call it? What do you call the end with Godzilla and various other, like King
sounds
Ghidorah?
on
Monster
Island.
Island. Kaiju.
What do you call it? Where it's like Monster Hunter Land?
Oh, you mean like Chiba?
Chiba, okay.
Chibo. You should go to Chibo.
Yeah, again, remember, just as a. By the way, it's just. I'll give you this rundown like Anarche's telling you. Just as a rundown of Anarche's ability as of teleportation, he can create a gate that allows him to access a portion of energy known as the inner dimension, or a phantom gate, also known as a phase gate. It allows him to step between different portions of another universe and the universe he's in. Once he goes to it, he's then there at that particular location. The only issue is he can actually do this with other locations that he's been to before on the same universe, but he can never teleport or use this to transport to a location he doesn't know where it is. Multiversal jumping is actually completely random unless if you've already been to the two different universes that you wish to transport between two. Either way, you'll only be able to return to a location that you've been to on said both universes. Because of this, as I said before, teleporting using this ability is both random and practically impossible in the same universe if you want to go to a location that you've never been before.
Okay. Well, I suppose we shall. I'm going to look at the animals.
We'll have a look around until I notice something. Also, I recommend you all keep an eye out as well.
Will do. Does
You
this
got it,
count as a
lad.
city? Joe, does this count as a city?
We're in
Yes,
Huskonia.
it is. Yeah, it is. Even though it's in a zoo,
Okay.
the zoo's inside of the city of Huskonia. I will allow it.
Okay.
You
It
just
is an
before
open
we
environment.
start this though, you do have the trip to the zoo bonus ability, don't you? No, I'm kidding.
Yeah. Let me add that. That's like a plus
Yeah,
20.
that's good. Yeah.
Well, time for Kraken.
11.
Well, as you guys are sort of looking around, just trying
Or
to.
not even 11, just 9. My
9.
brain. I don't know why I said 11.
I mean, it is a zoo. It's a lovely zoo. It's an amazing zoo, but it's
I
distracting.
got that plus 2 bonus from the zoo.
Damn.
As you guys are still walking around having a look,
I'm just gonna make a camera and take some pictures.
Okay. I guess roll SP to make camera, and then picture taking will be passive.
You take a
It's one of
picture of
those
someone
cheap,
running up to
like-
punch us.
You know these cheap ink digital cameras?
Ah,
that
like the
has,
disposable.
Disposable. Yeah.
Ah, thanks.
Is it a waterproof one, or
Kodak.
is it just?
Yes, it's waterproof.
Wait, are you saying it's time for a
waterproof
montage
coat.
scene? Us going around
honestly,
the...
I feel like we should just have it be like a couple of D100s montage roll travels,
Montage, bro.
because otherwise we're gonna
Dude,
take it
just-
forever.
snapshots.
I mean, I don't mind. We can just go and see the beauties of the world while everyone's
Yeah.
something else. I don't mind.
As you go around, taking lovely snapshots and sort of having a good time. It's been about like half an hour now since you've been in this location, but in sum total, you've now spent almost 2 hours sort of getting in and out of locations. As you've taken loads of pictures, it's like, this is really nice, and it's like someone walks up to you very slow. It's like, excuse me, sir, as he's like looking at like Felix or Anarche.
I used aura sense on him to check his emotions.
He's terrified.
There's going to be no flash photography.
Absolutely
Oh, okay.
terrified of you.
I gotta
Can I
take a picture
can I
with him.
just can I just turn around and transform one of my limbs and point them at him?
Oh my god.
Oh my
Oh
god.
god.
Yeah,
We're monsters.
Pushes your limb down. What is it? Sorry about my friend here.
It's
Is it closing time?
yes, sir. It's been closing time for the last 10 minutes. We have to get the animals ready, and we need to close. Some of the employees here are still very much. They just want to go home to their families.
That's fine. We'll leave.
Ah, apologies.
Have another.
Have a wonderful night.
Have 1,000 credits. Thank you for allowing us to remain as long as we have.
You give him credits, and he's just like holding the ticket holder thing, just like shaking. As you guys all walk away, you're walking. Walked about like 25 meters. And Arke, you sense him just collapse to his to his knees onto the ground, with like both a sigh of relief, but also like clutching his heart, breathing deeply, like almost like as if like he was about to have a heart attack because he had no idea what you guys were gonna do to him.
Maybe
Alright,
we should
cool.
I mean, we
We're
had
gonna-
Turbo that was pointing a minigun at him. Of course, he doesn't know what
Yeah,
we're going to
yeah.
do with him.
Oh yeah, we kind of gave him a bit of a. I wouldn't be surprised if he has a heart attack later.
I didn't know what he wanted.
I mean that's understandable. I want to go and see a castle.
Okay.
Alright, we go to the castle.
Oh, in Glandring.
Yep.
Okay. You open up a portal. Everyone steps through, and you end up in a castle. Are you going into the main area of the castle, or just out front of the gates of the castle?
I'll be polite this time.
You go
I'll
just
go
out
outside.
in front of them. It is early hours of the morning, and you see two guards as they raise their spears towards you and point them towards Anarche. Halt! Who are?
Hello.
What are you doing? This is the kingdom of Glandrian. You must stand down.
Oh, who is the king now? Or queen?
Hold your tongue. You just appear out of a portal and expect that you can just march on in here and ask us who the king or queen is?
Yeah.
Oh.
Would you prefer giving a gift first?
We can't have any intruders, especially after last time. You're going to have to walk very carefully away from the castle.
Define carefully.
Please leave. We do not wish to force any harm or bloodshed, especially in front of the palace.
Bloodshed?
Shush. Alright, you. We're simply sightseeing, my good fellow. But if you want us to walk away, so be it.
That would be your best option.
Alright, we'll walk away, I guess. We'll go into the town.
You go into the town. Again, it's still early hours of the morning, so like you can hear like a rooster just like sort of just calling out. You see some people getting up and getting ready to go out into sort of the fields. Some people are sort of like readying up some like iron because you see a blacksmith sort of like about to sort of like start sharpening his steel.
Are there homeless or beggars around? How bad is the poverty rate?
There are a couple, sort of just like lying in the middle of the streets and stuff.
Also, John,
While we're going, can I occasionally just make?
Okay.
Can I just make little bits of gold for them to have as we
sure.
go around, so I can?
Can I just stop
Yeah.
printing out generic
Witch!
laser guns and lightsabers?
Yeah.
Do you know how
It's
to?
very
Do you
nice.
know how to make those? Is my question.
We make phasers.
I mean, I guess
Basic set to kill.
technically, I guess it would just be based on your thingy damage. So what's your tech shifter damage, like your mimicry damage?
I think it's 2d10s. isn't it?
Okay, yeah, I guess you could like make some laser guns and some laser
Mm.
swords that would do 2d10s each.
Also, just
I-
200.
I know
Okay. 200.
it would be impossible to do this while moving, but imagine me finally using this and making bombs.
Oh,
That
no.
goes boom.
Bomb that goes.
What?
I've had
Please tell
this
me you're not giving
forever.
them to the beggars and peasants as well.
I haven't made
Revolution.
any, so
Can you roll me?
Just
I'm just
whisper
gonna-
to them.
Can you roll me 2d10s, Bill?
Yeah.
So they didn't let us in the castle, so we're just going to destroy their culture.
no.
Oh god.
You make up to
Viva la
18
resistance.
of these. You make 10 laser guns and 8 laser swords.
Cool. I'm just
Is this
gonna
a
keep
city?
handing them out to random people if they're like a gift from another land.
Some of them just like look at it like, what the hell is this? And you just keep going off, la la la, as they keep growing out of you, and just like your hand morphs into one, and then your hand like suddenly morphs out of the stump, wrapping around the object as it detaches from your flesh. There you go.
Does-
There you
Firm's
go.
handing out. Firm's just handing out moonshine.
There you go. There you go. Drink that. That's a nice one
So,
there.
what I'm
All this just
hearing
keeps giving out
is
gold.
you're filling my gauntlets.
Oh shoot! Yes, you are. Yes, you're absolutely doing that. As I want to point out, by the way, some of them drink it. So roll me. I guess it's is it two? Is it what do you roll for this now? Is it a D10 times something, or is it a D20?
It's a D10, D20.
Oh yes, yes,
I believe.
it is, yeah.
Have you just killed a bunch of people? The alcohol
No,
poison?
no, it's
Yeah,
his gauntlets charging up because they're doing his.
Oh,
You're welcome.
Oh,
I don't know why.
it was a D10 plus D20. So
Um,
do the D10.
yeah.
Just do the D20 now.
Okay, so 17.
So, 47 is now your current capacity in
Yeah.
yourself, and your gauntlets are maxed out, pretty much.
Well, I had switched. I mentioned earlier that I had, while we were walking, taken the time to just tap into one of my gauntlets to fill up my regular stock. So
your
the
gauntlet,
47.
okay, so one of your gauntlets is at 47. Yeah.
Yeah.
The other one is full. So you keep sort of walking around, sort of giving these things until eventually, sort of like in our case, sort of you get to the edges of town, and you sort of just you notice an aura a lot stronger than any of the other auras within the town that you've seen so far. This individual is about 100 meters away from where you currently are, but they are standing still.
I do.
Herb then
Alright, people.
offers everyone.
People, time to go.
Where to next? Pulls a map from a flyer that was just on this side, flips it open.
Does anyone want a drink? I've still got 4 beers left.
I'm good. Should we?
I mean,
should
there was
probably-
Smithy's place I was considering.
It is.
Who's Smithy?
Well,
Oh yeah, sure. No, I forget. A friend.
Oh yeah,
I
because
don't really know.
none of the rest of the team knows.
Well,
They don't know the dark secret.
I guess we're going to Smithy's place.
Ah, cool.
Off you go to Smithy's.
Yep, portal.
Portal away!
I'll do it outside because I assume his place has that barrier shit. So
You get outside.
Should I have made like a deceit check or anything when saying a friend? Or
Nobody questions it, so I'm gonna say no.
Okay.
So you eventually get there.
Is Smithy the one that died, or the
Yes.
one that's with us?
No, the Smithy is the one that died, who was with you at the time.
Oh,
he's with us in spirit.
But none of you knew that he died. He just disappeared, and that was it.
I
I mean, would Aldous know, considering he did see Thingy attack? Did Aldous see him attack him?
He didn't see him attack Smithy, but he did see him attack a building. Like he just like full on threw a punch at something, but you didn't know who that something or someone was because it happened all in the blink of an eye by the time that you got there.
The only one who I believe would have been aware was Fletcher.
Yes, and Fletcher died that day and never told anyone else.
Yeah.
So
Other things entered his mind.
you finally get to this underground dark area, and there is just a very large metallic sort of door just standing in front of you, built into the underground.
do you remember the
tunnel.
password?
Can I?
Oh,
think
this
vaguely.
Is it Animite?
Aldous, I think is Aldous, Felix, and Anarche. You're the only three who can do this. You need to roll me a history check to remember what the password was.
I remember
Leonard's asking,
something
is
like
it Animite? Can I hear Animite?
It's the password is not Animite.
No,
No. No. Is it Animite infused? I'm wondering the door.
it's not
I hear it?
animatology. No.
Oh, can I just make it disappear then?
Well,
Okay.
we've either gotten enough or we haven't. So
Yeah.
You remember
Fine,
there was a password. I'll wait until we get Aldous before I. Okay.
I remember
I
it
don't-
was something about like the enemy
He
of my
doesn't-
enemy is my friend.
I have an idea.
He doesn't care about that. He's going to try spatial. He's going to try to make a door, a portal.
I mean,
Okay,
you could have just teleported
Aldous,
us
roll-
inside.
Roll the ability.
Well, I assume his
Oh,
thing has like that weird spatial barrier stuff.
As you try and create a spatial distortion, your space touches it, and you just immediately get ricocheted off of it as you slam against the building. As you slam against the inner walls of the underground tunnel. I'm going to ask you to roll your own spatial damage, but it's
this is Dr. Smithy.
1.5 times. So in other words, it's
Okay.
your own spatial damage plus half of your maximum damage capacity.
So I assumed that was going to happen if we tried to appear inside.
That's fair.
Okay.
I could have told you that. This is Dr.
You
Smithy's
take
place.
21 points of damage.
Okay.
I thought that was just another Smithy, but I knew the doctor.
Like personally?
Not personally, but he had connections with the mercenary guild I worked with, so I knew of him.
Hmm.
Is the
Let me
field
see, what was
animatronic?
Distance.
Is the
the code?
field
Was something
animatronic?
I approach you with my hands open, what do you do?
Yeah, it was something like that. I forget the answer. Though.
Is the field
Yeah, I only
animatronic?
heard it.
I will say just because you guys got 14s. You remember that there was a password. It was something similar to what Ferb said, but you also just remember the whole point of the password system was that Smithy was on the other side of the door. If Smithy isn't in right now, there is no password. You just have to either.
I'm gonna, with my one animite chunk, I'm gonna try and make my sonic screwdriver.
Okay,
I didn't
roll for
use
it.
home.
Oh, shit, the doctor's here.
Go.
You indeed make your device.
Yes. Thing definitely has more than. I'll just have it as 100 meters range.
Okay.
Okay. We can now open sesame.
You point out the door, and the door clicks, unbolts, unlocks, and like a large circle like rotates on the center of the door as it then opens. As the whole facility opens up, lights begin to open wide onto it. As Anarche, once the door opens, you can suddenly sense within side of this building, and there's someone inside.
Makes a U-turn.
How powerful are they? Just off.
Relative strength, either similar to you guys or just a little bit underneath you, but they don't really seem to have any amount of willpower.
$10 says it's Fergus.
Oh, let's find out. I guess we walk in.
You walk in. As you walk in, the individual, you sort of like get closer and closer as then the lights all go on, and the individual sitting there, just this person doesn't necessarily look familiar, but it's just like this one person just sort of looking at you, long sort of like blondish hair, their eyes sort of look very darkened, they don't look very much natural, but they're sort of wearing very like weird common sort of clothing, like modernish clothing from the city of Iris City, sort of like a sort of a hoodie and stuff. And they're just sort of leaning in a weird way on the chair. Ah, hello.
Stand
Hi.
over and just like close the door.
Oh, sesame.
The door closes behind all of you.
Is Dr. Smithy in today?
I'm so glad that you asked that question. It is very important, of course, that everyone asks questions, because a question with an answer is just a statement, and nobody wants to just say blank statements. So I thank you for that amazing question.
It's so amazing. How about you?
You're
answer the
welcome.
damn thing?
He then like
poker face Felix is having to pull off.
he then
I think at this point you just have to roll.
Is this man a religious man? Because he speaks religious, asking questions with the questions.
He turns around on the chair and he suddenly like sits up as he then gets off of the chair as the chair just wheels away behind him. As he does so, he opens his arms as behind him burst 4 wings. Each wing has a different colour of element. One is a wing of ice, another of fire, another of light, and another of lightning.
I attempt to case him in a block.
You can attempt to do so, yes.
You try.
Okay.
You try.
Not
You try to
replying.
add
Oh,
him to
come
the block,
on.
kid.
You do that, and
God,
your hand immediately just gets
Plays
like
by practice.
no. You try to do so, and your hand also just gets frozen, as it's just
You're not
entirely
holding a
encased in
Rubik's
ice. Whoa, whoa, whoa! What's with the hostility, my guy? I just wanted to speak to you all, because after all, it's a long way away from people with friends. Am I right?
So where's my $10?
Yeah, true. You know what? I would give you. You'll have to wait until I win because my bank account's frozen, but I'll pay you back.
I wasn't talking in game. I was talking out of game.
Oh shoot!
I'm too
Okay.
poor. Yeah, she.
It's
Who's this guy?
my name.
You again, Fergus?
Ah, so you do
Oh,
remember me?
this is Fergus.
I'm getting better with the old voice, eh? Now the only question really lies is why exactly don't you recognise this face? Is it because that this face was once covered with armour? Oh, an arcade.
No, sorry, I don't recognize weaklings. Sorry.
I wouldn't surprise.
Would this place have a bunch of like defense systems or something?
It does have defense systems.
It
but
does,
Yeah.
absolutely, but they don't seem to be online as of right now.
I can make them online.
So what brings you
If they're
here,
Animite,
Fergus?
I can as well.
It's not Animite.
Damn!
So
They don't
One
need
day
to
I'll
be
finally be able to
Animite
use
for
Can
me.
You Please Work?
So, the reason I'm actually here is because I know that you came here looking for little old me. And the reason as to why I was able to get here is because that I've set people or bodies up in almost every single location that you've ever been. Only issue is I didn't exactly know which ones that you'd be in. So I stole Little Smithy's very own location and tried to make it my own just in case. So, what brings you here?
Sightseeing mostly.
Running away? Now that doesn't exactly sound like the old fighters I know.
I mean, I believe the terminology is tactical retreating.
That is very
Is that what
tactical.
it's called?
It is, indeed.
I do have to say, with Anake's vice of always wanting to be like winning a fight and whatnot, the fact that he is running away.
It's the ultimate
tactical
form of
retreating.
winning. It's the ultimate form of winning by not letting his crew
I'm
and himself.
cock-blocking everyone.
I mean, also remember he has
Exactly.
wrath and he has pride, and part of his pride and part of his wrath is just basically running off to piss everyone else off because therefore he can keep.
I mean,
he's kind of a bit of a
to use a Klingon maxim, there's nothing more honorable than winning.
I mean, that is true. Anyway,
The good old
Verbal
Klingon maxim.
Whisper to Anarche.
Boss, do you want me to light him up?
Nah, we'll let him speak for a bit.
Okay.
I just wanted to let you know that not only have I mobilised my forces, but so have others. So they'll be here soon. And after all, this body is very weak indeed. I took Simakael's body and repaired it, but without willpower it doesn't exactly have as much of the old juice. Despite that, it's still pretty useful. Chemistry is something I've needed for a little while, but also the ability to stockpile physical mass is also pretty handy.
Thanks for bringing it back to me. I wasn't finished with
Oh, you can absolutely have it, but under one circumstance. I need your help with something.
And what would that be?
Look, you and I both know that you're not going to win a war or even survive very long if you have to keep running this way. I propose an alliance. Temporary, of course. Then we can try and kill each other as much as we want afterwards. A binding, if you will. I propose this
What
to
do
Can I
you.
whisper?
I'll help you and defend you for the next 24 hours. I'll even give you access to all my portals so that you can go anywhere and everywhere that you need on this doddering planet. In exchange, I need something from you.
Well, are you gonna say it, or...?
Very well, I will do. I need you and I to make this truce for the exact reason that I need to gain access to something of the Matratan people. I need to help take down two of the most powerful bastards, because two of them are exactly what I need. But also, there's a certain weapon hidden within Matrata that is something spectacular. I'll get my hands on it and I'll never become a problem for you again. But of course, once this bind is no longer a possible contract, I'm assuming that we'll have to fight each other to the death anyway, considering you don't like me any more than I like you. But if I
So
get my
why do you
hands-
say you wouldn't be a problem for me? That's kind of seems
Why
like irrelevant.
The weapon, or this
Why would you
item in particular, is a multi-dimensional transfer device. I could take myself and others away to another location and never bother you ever again. That is the trade-off.
I would just take him down now and remain in this location, considering he would not be able to teleport into this place.
That's
And if he
great.
does, he'd have
That
to
could
come through the front
work.
door. I mean, he's whispering this to Anake.
I mean,
He's not saying this out loud to Thingy.
I want to point out he's also being possessed telepathically, and you don't have anything to block out his telepathy.
I mean, thing is though, if he does try to telepathy me, all he's hearing is very loud noises constantly, because all he hears is the song of Animite,
I'm just now
and he's whispering.
going to tell you something very important. Even if you were to try and use this facility, there's also something that doesn't exactly work too well. You see, this thing is powered by some special Anemon core below this deck. The energy and the frequencies of the device were actually originally powered by a special type of... I don't really know too much about it, but either way I've wired it up. So if this particular body suddenly goes under, I will know about it, considering I'm possessing the body, and I'll just detonate it from where I currently am. So we can either go our separate ways, or we can make this deal. I won't stop you from leaving. Hell, this body isn't strong enough to do anything, and I don't exactly want it wasted. But if you do kill it, bye-bye, poof. As he snaps his fingers, a little spark goes out of his hand, sort of simulating a little explosion. So.
Wow. Dr. Smithy wouldn't be very happy if his place went up.
I don't think he cares much about anything anymore.
Hmm.
How did you die, did you say?
What's the call, boss?
Oh, is it my decision? I'll pass.
To be
I
honest,
guess we're leaving then.
I thought as much. It's a shame, Anarche. I would have loved to have fought a war beside someone of your caliber.
I mean, you're a bit too weak for me. Sorry.
Ouch. That hurts so much.
No, I'm sorry. Well, maybe you should relegate yourself to sticking to kings and such. You know, weaklings.
I will let you leave. I don't have any reason for you to be kept here. Go on. I'm not going to stop you.
Have a wonderful rest of your day, Fergus. I feel to start to turn back towards the door.
Wait an arc. I want that body.
The door begins.
Did you just hear him, Stan?
Well,
I mean,
I wouldn't worry about it anyway. You're gonna get the body later anyway.
we don't need this location, do we? We can still kill him and then leave.
I'd
We
prefer
might
not
get
to risk
trapped
it.
in the explosion.
We'll bring him outside
we would.
first.
You do know I
Well-
can hear you, right?
Oh yeah, no, I
Oh,
just
yes.
don't give a shit.
Yeah.
So is anything outside
Yeah.
the door when I open it? You know?
No, the door opens and it's just absolutely fine.
Alright.
So,
I mean,
Oh, well.
Stan, if you could assure this place doesn't blow up, I'll do it.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure I can stop it as long as the core is pretty. I guess I will check.
How are you going to check?
I can telepathically communicate with the animatology, as long as it's within 100 meters.
Okay.
Is it within 100 meters?
It is indeed. The power core is it's just at the back of this facility, which is about 60 to 80 meters away.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I got it.
Well, alright.
Fergus, one
Do we
question.
get to kill him?
I know you took everything from his pocket dimension. What did you do with the not dead one?
To be honest, I only took away the bodies and the lovely pets. As for anything else,
Yeah, that
I
was a
didn't
dick
really...
move, by the way.
You're welcome. Anything else I didn't really care for. But then I found out that you removed the powers of at least 4 of the kings, and there was also one tomb that was removed, so I'd assume that that's where Galland used to be. As for the Huskonian individual known as Leah, I took Nucleus's powers not long after I finished her off. I didn't exactly need her body. I just needed the abilities that she possessed. As for the mush, I was also able to resurrect that, and the same for the others. After all, I couldn't exactly let my star player go missing, could I?
I guess not.
Wow, that's all your star player is. I'm disappointed.
Yeah, although there is one problem, Anarche. In fact, there's one problem for all of you. You see, the door is still open.
Yes, I'm aware, which means other people can get here.
Not other people. As he then just rushes towards all of you.
Okay, I'm
Cool.
going to make sure to freeze him in place using biological manipulation, and I'm going
And
to
then
use my track.
I'm gonna use Phantom Mass to just yeet him in the face.
Okay.
25.
You try to do so, but you notice that something isn't working on his body as he keeps moving forward.
Should have used chemistry.
So, do we have like one action each?
Yeah, you have.
Or-
But you're reacting against him.
Okay.
Wow. I got trash rolls, so someone else will have to take this.
So,
Spoiler alert, that's not going to work.
2
either.
drinks left.
so if I bulk up, that's all I can do, despite it not typically taking an action. Because
Yeah.
it's reaction.
Sadly, yeah, because you can't use bonus actions reactively.
Whatever. I'll still bulk up.
Okay.
That's my thing. Oh boy, double 2 berries over there.
I know.
Double
I
2
know.
berries.
Oh shit!
Shoot his legs out.
And then this is the willpower. Ugh.
Okay.
Oh, I guess it's you and Stan now.
It's
Goodbye.
it's Ferb and Stan, and Ferb doesn't have any body parts transformed into guns.
I
Well, you
can
can do
still
it
use
reactively.
emergency fire.
Okay.
I can use emergency fire, which is a reactive transformation
Oh, okay.
that allows a fire.
Blow his leg off.
I just have to be.
Wow.
And Stan,
Wow, our rolls are shit.
do what you were born to do and kill the villain.
Yeah, do it, Stan.
You got this.
What do you want me to do?
I don't know. What can you react to as he's
Run!
flying towards you?
Just
Punch
reactively
him.
build a brick wall in front of the door.
Or turn the defense systems on.
Give him the roll.
Just put like a steel plate in front of the door, make it like a Looney Tune.
Just close the door. Just close the door with your sonic screwdriver.
I don't know if you can do that reactively.
Rumble. Grumble.
I mean, communicate with the door using your mind.
I can
Close it.
close the door, but the door wouldn't close that fast.
No.
I mean, who knows? How fast does the door
I
close?
just realised you can use it reactively, but it just the door wouldn't be fast
It just
enough.
wouldn't close that
No.
fast. Like,
No.
I'll just blast them.
Okay.
So I started blasting.
Please. Yes!
Finally.
As he flies past all of you, he's like, "See it." As you shoot him, you don't destabilize his flight properly, but you do shoot his leg out as he smacks his back against like the top part of the door and continues flying out as you deal roll damage.
Fuck.
You also have to realize I bulked up while standing pretty much in the doorway.
Oh yeah, but remember, Simikael, even when he bulks up, he's a lot smaller than you were. As you deal 8 points of damage to him, he sort of flies through the gap between all of you and squeezes out and he goes, "See you later," as the door begins closing behind him.
Oh no, Joe, how far away is he?
Well, he's now sort of out of the place. It's about like
How far away is he?
6
Yeah, how
meters,
far away
8
is
meters.
it? Okay. I'm pretty sure I can still teleport to him.
As the door closes up behind him and in front of all of you.
Oh no. Stan, do you want to stop that thing from blowing up?
Does it close? Because
Yeah.
I again stated I am in the doorway.
I mean,
Yeah.
you weren't in the doorway, like in this, because again, it was closed literally behind you before. like, a
I
perfect
had
way.
opened the door and I was heading out.
Joe? Who actually closed the door? Who made the door close?
So originally, Thingy used the door, opened it. You all walked through, and the door closed behind you. The door then,
Yeah, and then he
began
opened.
to reopen, and he flew out, and now it's beginning to reclose itself.
Okay, just gonna have
Nice.
to fail that.
No, just make sure the core doesn't explode.
Okay. Roll, I guess.
That
Tech.
core.
Roll tech, I guess.
Tech God.
Okay.
Damn it, that's in my
Simmer
head
down,
now.
boy.
You know what? Also, Joe, just to have some safety around us, I'll passively activate the Stormlord's Vigils around all of us. So if an explosion does happen, it has to get through.
Okay, fair
first.
enough. Is this your bonus action version?
Yeah.
Okay, yep, you do that as like a large rib cage of energy cloaks around you, then two giant energy arms sort of like wrap around those. You sort of use your screwdriver to try and access the core. The core begins heating up. It's not working.
Is it animatology?
Yeah, but I'm like
That thing can actually activate animatology. It's like something else is fighting back, by the way, because you're getting this now psychic feedback that something else is now controlling it beyond your strength of this roll.
Can I attempt to fly towards it? Because I have a special ability for this.
I will point out it's beyond the actual facility itself. Like it's behind.
Oh.
Do you have intangibility, Sam?
No, but I have an ability to stop animate things working.
You have to be touching it though.
No, I don't. Does it have to be within 10 meters of me?
Oh yeah, no, that's definitely out of the question then.
That's what I mean. I was going to fly towards it.
No, but like
and stop it.
It's still beyond the reach of the facility. It's like out of the way of the facility itself. Because as I said, it's an underground additional generator.
Yeah.
Smithy was a lunatic, but he was also paranoid.
Didn't save him in the end.
No, it didn't save him in the end. Not that any of you guys know that. As you then hear like a very ominous sort of like whirring noise, as things start going.
Guys, I think it's best we leave.
Alright. I guess. Yeah. Felix, do you want to help me break down this door?
Yeah, sure. Flick store.
Roll strength.
I guess I punch.
Then, I guess.
Yeah, go ahead while we're breaking down the door.
28.
Stop blowing up.
How big is this explosion going to be?
We'll find out.
5.
I mean,
Isn't there other people in here?
Technically, if we're dealing damage to this, Joe, we both have timesers to our things. So.
You absolutely do, but I will just say, as you hit this, you feel that the thing is a little bit more. It's not giving as much giveaway as a physical metal should. Like normally, normally with a single. Let me put it this way: even with bare fist or with mineral or whatever. Even with ion, pure solid ion, you'd at least feel some giveaway, like at least a slight dent due to the insane strength that the both of you have. This thing seems to be incredibly solid. You do feel some giveaway, but not anywhere near as much as you would feel in metal. Something else is protecting this. But when you both hit this door, you do feel a reverberation go out throughout the entirety of this facility, like as if you've just rung a gong. 4.
Okay. Could I do just my set of combos?
Fair enough. Go for it.
Okay. We'll start with Sonic Strike.
Can I transform the other hand? Well, actually, can I attempt to transform?
6.
Okay.
2 hands.
Yep, go for it. Okay, Felix, you throw another punch as you hear as it goes, and again the entire gong through it. You ready yourself up for another strike?
Yep.
Okay. 2 limbs.
This is combo pure technique. 22.
As you do it again, and again, this time you feel a little bit more giveaway from this.
This is finally just a regular attack.
Okay.
Could I start shooting energy at parts of the door that Felix isn't hitting?
Absolutely, you can. Yeah.
Can I attempt to heat up the door? So it's easy. Can I attempt to essentially should fire at it to heat it up so we're more malleable?
You can definitely try. Yeah, go for it.
Because, it's easier to bend hot metal.
So, are you
I mean, it still technically works.
Are you trying to touch the door, or are you just doing it from a distance?
Somewhat from a distance, but we're pretty much I'm trying to aim it at where Felix is punching the door, so his heat will try and heat up the door.
Okay, you try it, but for some reason you don't feel like as if you're actually heating up the metal. Like, the metal is staying perfectly fine. Felix strikes it again. Ferb, you sort of begin shooting at it, and the bullets are hitting it and reverberating it, but it feels like they're just not getting through. They're not damaging this door.
I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna pull out, I'll just say Glint in this case.
Okay.
And with the robotic arms, I'm gonna make it like a lightsaber. I'm gonna try and cut through it, and I will just say, I don't know if this will help or not, but these swords normally have the ability to cut through pocket dimensions or spatial-like things.
Okay.
But I will essentially try, like in a Star Wars film where they'll cut a hole through the door, sort of thing. I'll attempt that.
Of course, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah,
the Qui-Gon Jinn of the prequels.
Yeah.
You stab right into it, and this time you actually feel like you're cutting into the metal. I want to point out, every one of you guys who are actually paying attention to the door, you see the energy coat the sword. It begins to glint with light, and he stabs right into it as it does pierce through the metal, beginning to melt through the metal instantaneously.
Cool. Just gonna do a quick, circular action as quick as possible to just cut up a circle through it, essentially, so we can get out.
You do that, and then I just kick it open.
Yeah.
Roll strength and roll strength. Actually, yeah, both of you roll strength. I mean, Anarchy, you can roll.
I'm doing this through my mech.
Oh,
so
okay. Well, then
the energy.
SP man,
yeah.
Nice.
Cool, 30.
23.
As they do that, I'm gonna activate Sonic Flight. So
Okay.
as soon as the door opens, I just jet blast all of us through.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll try and stop at Gore again.
Fair enough.
You might as well.
As by the way, during this time, you hear 3. Anarchy, you sort of you then create this. You make the mech suddenly start burrowing through it. As it then goes 2, you finally slice open a circle. Felix, you
Both my things work.
kick it as it breaks through this hole, as the rest of the door just shatters behind it, as chunks of this metal just fly out, as it goes.
Can I ask, how high is the outside again?
We're underground.
You're underground.
Yeah, how far is it to get to the upper ground?
I mean, you don't know, because again, it's been.
Where are we? Is it more than about 200 meters?
Why?
Because they're going to make a spatial gate so we can go from here straight back up there.
I mean,
that's based off sight, right?
It is based off sight.
Is it?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the same issue with Mask. The all one is based off sight. Yeah.
So
God
just going back to this. As soon as it's about to say 1, it depowers when you activate your thing again. It clicks off. You feel the generator, its feedback's gone. However, both Anarchy and Felix destroy this door as it bursts open with both hot metal, red hot metal that's just been broken and cut into, and just the full-on fury of Felix's boot just finally hitting into the door and just buckling all of the hinges, breaking the entire sheet door. The solid door, just chunks of it fly out into the open area. Well, into the underground tunnel. As it depowers, the noises stop.
And Ferb then slams everyone through the door as he transforms his legs into flight mode again.
As you slam everyone in through the door, as you all come flying out and land onto the ground outside of the lab.
Wait, how would that work with me? Because I'm in the mech, so.
Well, you're pushed either out of the mech, or the mech basically just fits out of it, but you just get pushed out of the mech as you lose concentration. Wait, what?
Well, good job. Stan?
Yeah. Just like
A little
movie.
close.
By the way, just as a
Yeah.
little additional confirmation, the only reason why you're able to do that with everyone is because Anarche lost concentration when he's like, wait, what? As you suddenly fly towards him. Stan is just standing there focusing on this. Aldous has got his back turned to you, and although Felix also has his back turned to you, he actually had one leg off of the ground when he was trying to kick something open. So it's literally like the perfect moment for you to be able to push them, because normally you wouldn't be able to push Felix anywhere.
Nope. I just slam into him like he's an entire steel boulder. Dong!
So,
Well,
do you guys reckon you could repair that door, or is that gone?
Yeah, we could probably make a new door or something.
ah,
I'm more of a break
Can I-
it person, not really a fix-it person.
Oh, yeah, I know
can I
that.
attempt? Can I
I'm with Felix.
Can I attempt to manipulate it back into place?
I mean, can you roll me tech to understand how exactly where all of these pieces are supposed to go?
Oh, is it a tech-based door?
I mean,
I thought it
it's
was just the metal bit.
no, there's like interlocking locks. I was saying this a minute ago.
Oh. I mean, can I just roll? Can I roll intelligence?
Yes, with disadvantage.
Good. I do love my disadvantage.
You got this.
I mean, actually, say, nope. Actually, no, I don't even have tech knowledge. I mean, 10.
You have no idea. I mean, you know that it's a tech door. You could fit it together, but it wouldn't be the same. It wouldn't even function, and it probably won't fit with the rest of the tech.
Can I try and figure out and see if I can tell him what to do?
Yeah, roll tech. And since you actually have tech, you won't be rolling disadvantage. It would take you a long time. The biggest issues are the fact that all of the metal is bent, broken, buckled. It would take you quite some time, even with chemistry on your side. It will take some time to do this. Because you'd need to look at all the components, figure out how they all interlock, and then begin to repair them, and then put them in, and then repair them as you're putting them into the separate chunks in the doorway and the hinges that are built into the doorway. It could take a couple of hours minimum, but that means that you'd be standing still in this like underground area for 2 hours to build this door.
I'll make a clone.
We are underground. It is relatively secure.
If I make a clone,
know.
And still
and
track our
Aldous still
location.
wants to do it, then the clone can help Aldous do it.
Why are we trying to fix the door again?
It's a secure
Because
location.
it would be able to hide us.
For how long, really? anything,
Until
we'll
like
just
someone who
delete.
can manipulate space or something appears.
If anything, we're just
Really?
sitting
Because
ducks
remember-
in there.
The door will keep him out, won't it?
Well, you see how I was able to cut through it.
And you see how we got in without her?
Yes, but there is one thing though, is that there is only one entrance as far as I can see. Which means
Yes.
And
you'll
that also
definitely
means
know.
there's only one exit.
So we would be in a corner.
Not necessarily, because as soon as they do that, we can turn off the machine, keeping the field on, then we can leave, if need be.
I just don't think it's a good idea.
Let's have this discussion somewhere else.
Yes.
Joe, we're gonna go to one of the random villages that I found on the mountains.
Interesting.
Clearly, we should go to the Hero Museum that you guys visited.
That's near the end of the hours.
That's near the end of the hour. We finished the session by just blowing it up.
Yeah.
As you begin
tempt him.
going, opening the portal and going towards the portal, all of you head through. I'm assuming, except from the clone.
Yeah, I'll leave him here.
Clone Stan can figure out.
You all head through, and
Yeah.
you're now in the cold, unforgiving area of of the mountain known as the Nostrous Mountain Range. You are in the middle of a village. It is currently snowing very heavily.
Just want
They
to
have like a
say
cabin.
after kicking down the door, Felix would have detransformed just
Yeah,
to-
fair enough.
have, you know.
Firm
Yeah.
grits his coat tighter.
Can I, using hydrokinesis, can I make sure no snow falls on us?
What type of hydrokinesis
Do you
is
have
it?
that level down?
It's temperature.
Yeah, I have water
controllable,
temperature
yes.
manipulation.
Absolutely, you can.
Yeah,
Yep.
so can I? Yeah, just make it all essentially become. I don't say no, because that'd just be wrong. I'm just going to make it just kind of go away from us
Yeah,
in
you
a
just
60-meter radius.
So you just keep manipulating it, because you basically have to keep concentration on it. Otherwise, you push it away for a second and it just comes back. So you just keep basically manipulating it. So it's like a constant hand movement situation, like as if you're like water bending the snow away. So you're no longer getting hit by the snow. But the cold wind.
There's just a dome around us. Whoa, whoa.
Alright. I guess we find, I don't know, there must be a public place here, surely.
There
find
seems to be
something.
a town hall.
Sure. We'll go to the town hall. Also, I'm going to activate Morrison's game.
Okay.
Yeah,
You
so that'll
activate
be,
Aura Sense as you begin walking towards it, but then suddenly, when your Aura Sense increases, you notice an incredibly powerful entity inside of the town hall.
Time to teleport
for
away again.
fuck's sake!
God.
What is it, boss?
Nah, there's someone inside the town hall.
Oh, okay.
I will say, you do not recognize them.
That's even worse.
That might just be a normal person.
I just look at stat. You know that. That never is the case.
There's no
Ever.
such thing as normal
Fine,
anymore.
normal.
You could always let us go back to my apartment. Oh,
Is that even your apartment anymore?
does it matter?
I mean, I guess not. Although, we were just in Iris City, technically, underground. So if there was anyone who just went there to get us,
They would have checked the location, seen that we are here, and started heading this way.
alright, fair enough. Everyone else fine with that?
Nobody
Yay,
else
nay?
answers.
Nobody
I
else
guess
has.
we're going-
We're just going along with it.
Alright, to the apartment that may be owned by someone else now.
There's a new tenant in there.
You open the portal, everyone steps in, and it closes up behind you. As you're now in a empty apartment. There's like a mug on the coffee table in the middle of the living room. It's just full of mold. This place looks more than abandoned. There's a broken window. There's like basically there seems to have been like birds that are suddenly nesting like near the couch. It seems as though some things have gotten in due to the broken window, and the TV is damaged. But by whatever, you're not entirely sure.
I think Felix will sigh and walk over to the mug, which is probably a world's best dad mug or something.
It does say world's best tag mug, yeah.
He'll sigh, he'll walk over, and he'll, try to turn the sink. They might have cut off the water. He doesn't.
They have indeed cut off the water, yes.
Sighs further, takes like probably a moldy towel and starts to clean the mug.
Do you want me to do that for you?
No, it's fine.
Are you sure? This is one of the few times I'm useful around here.
Just get comfortable.
Anarcho, you sense someone's upstairs, but person upstairs, their energy is quite high, but it seems to be dampened, like quite low, like as if they're asleep or kind of just waking up.
How the hell does this keep happening?
Can I fix the window and remove the smell and like remove the dampness that made the mold in this room?
How are you going to do that?
One with pretty much chemistry manipulation by turning the damp air particles into just normal air.
Okay.
And also the window into window.
Okay.
I do think I am going to roll a disadvantage just because of the place and the state it's in.
Fair enough.
Just clean the place out a bit.
You basically
Really?
sort of like change the air from
Man.
like overly moist air into like regular air, but the mold in certain places is still there. The window is fixed. Yes, you're keeping calm, but it is still very disheartening.
Can I?
You see, like, his children's clothes just falling out of the closet.
Pretty much. I will say something that like you notice is when you're sort of like walking around, you didn't think to check, but you sort of turn around and you see in your kitchen the plates that have all lined up. They've got mold on them as well from the breakfast that you guys had before you left 2.5 months ago, with Rakia, Fletcher, Aldous, Anarche, and even Tendra.
Can I use biological manipulation to gather all the mold into just one ball of mold?
Not biological
He's gonna-
manipulation, but I'd be fine with nature manipulation.
I think
It was
Felix is
either
gonna-
one or the other.
Yeah.
I think Felix is going to sit down on the couch to try and decompress a bit, but I have a feeling the couch is going to break.
Yes, Stan, you make a Roomba. It just like emerges out of your stomach and it just like jumps down onto the ground. And Aldous, yeah, you collect up all of the mold into a big ball of mold.
And then I will burn it.
The window.
What, inside of the house you burn it?
No, I'm going to like open the window and then just like put my hand out and then burn it.
Okay, fair enough. I guess roll SP again. Yeah.
Yeah.
You ignite the air beneath it, and the flame suddenly hits the bottom of the mold. You sort of just let it drop down as it like begins to continue, like as a giant fireball of mold just falls to the ground. You eventually close the window.
Can I shoot the cobwebs with very weak sonic blasts with my right arm?
You know what? Yes, yeah, you absolutely can. As you guys are just sort of like tidying up the place using your powers. As Felix, you sit on the couch and it sinks in a bit more than it used to. You can sort of like it feels a bit just like this couch has sort of just been defeated. As you feel a bit defeated as you're in your living room, just watching all of this stuff happen.
How many points does he get for defeating his couch?
I think Felix is going to close his eyes and start meditating.
Fair enough. As we draw a close to this, Anarche, what are you doing?
I guess I'm just keeping an eye out where everyone else is doing cleaning, I guess.
You sense that the energy signature above begins to move around upstairs. And as this happens, you look at your timer as it is now 21 hours and 10 minutes left as we draw close to this session. Thank you very much for listening. This has been The Dev Plays The Crucible of Avarice. This has been using the Animite Tales tabletop RPG system. You can check it out on theanimitales.com. If you would like to play it yourself, test it, and give us some feedback. We also have a Patreon if you would like to donate and help us. Thank you very much for listening, guys, and have a wonderful night.
Bye.
Remember, tidiness is next to godliness.
Cleanliness.
It's just crazy to
Yes.
think that you guys are practically like deity level, like powerhouse fighters, and you're all tidying up.